Thank you for being here. Classy. We are Legends of Vantress. This is Wild Beyond the Witchlight, or whatever we call it now. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Once upon a witchlight hour, the sleeping queen stirred in her tower, and through grand halls past lock and key came to her slumber dreams of three. The first brought laughter filled with fright, the second, love defiled by spite, the third, a world of pure delight. She welcomed these, they were her own, but soon from porcelain lips a groan, her silvery dreamscape now forsaken, to pain from which she'd not awaken. Something blighted had come hither, foul as nightshade creeping thither, from yon the grave-like curse did wither. The little prince wept in his spire, his wounded heart had one desire, a ballad from the dreaming queen could turn his maelstrom mind serene. He vowed her rescue, speech sincere, but toys would be his shield and spear, and so he scoured for one full year. In springtime wreathed in parenthood, the prince first found a toy of wood, a doll set, beasts and wild things. But listen close, and each one sings a song of child, owl, and bear, a song that calls the spirits there, a song for monsters with much hair. When summer heat steamed like a kettle, the prince then found a toy of metal, a rocking horse with ashen mane. Around its neck was draped a chain. Its horn and eyes and nose shoot flame, with mighty hooves and sturdy frame. No better steed one could proclaim. He searched from autumn's harvest throne. The prince then found a toy of bone, lettered blocks stacked to the sky, when turned to words could only lie. Deceit known to the hounds of hell makes for a potent hex or spell of souls, of sin, of Shadowfell. Through winter's chill from peak to pass, the prince then found a toy of glass, marble spun in measured motion, like careful thought or certain notion, each glinting cat's eye seeing all, from stars beyond the cosmic sprawl, to inner strength and mind's recall. The day has come, no time for rest. The fateful toys placed in a chest, with stripes of white and stripes of red, just like a big top by his bed. The little prince prepares a flower for either outcome, sweet or sour, and makes a wish for love, for power. Once upon a witchlight hour.
Got him. You son of a bitch. God damn it.
Well, you know. And so with that, I guess we'll get into the session. Go ahead, Rich, and roll that beautiful bean footage.
It's funny every single time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to pass out.
Okay.
You ever have a Charlie horse in your abdomen?
Yes.
That's like it's happened twice.
That's called a petter horse.
I'm so sorry. It's not gonna stop now.
No.
All right. Last time on Once Upon a Witchlight, you found yourselves enjoying a wedding. What had originally supposed to be 3 weddings, through some cunning trickery on Cremmy's part, became 1 wedding, as Gideon found himself married to all of the engaged pixies. The wedding went off seamlessly.
And Cremmy.
And Cremmy.
Oh, wow.
And Cremmy.
I got married 4 times in one fell swoop.
The wedding went off seamlessly, and Gideon found himself the husband to 3 people. How that will... 4 people! Shit, I keep forgetting about
Get my house in order, please.
Yes, I apologize. The coal house is now totaling
It's
5.
on fire.
It's on fire.
Yeah, oh, it is.
The coal house is on
Flaming hot, if you will.
The wedding was beautiful. The reception was lovely afterwards. However, Gideon had chosen a certain cake, a peanut butter wedding cake.
Classic.
And there was someone in attendance.
Oh, help me.
there had been the option to put a sign, a notice that it contained peanuts and to avoid if you had a peanut allergy. But Gideon decided last minute that was not, this is all made up. Gideon decided last minute that he didn't want to have to deal with all of the rigmarole of getting those kinds of things set up. And so there was no signage. And unfortunately, one clown fell to the cake. Thaco the clown ate a slice of cake, and with his peanut allergy, he swelled to the size of a balloon. And
These use guys. This cake's pretty good. Help me use guys. Oh, you have a peanut allergy.
Hey, Josh, this isn't peanut butter, my only weakness.
I think it's Nutella. I'm gonna risk it. No, those are damn hazelnuts, not no peanuts. You know, hazelnuts are actually...
yeah, so anyway, that's what happened. He was choking and dying for almost an hour, but no one seemed to notice him screaming, I have a peanut allergy.
I just fought the devil.
I'll go listen to him for an hour, dying slowly, begging for help.
Greco, with his supernatural hearing given to him by a fake curse, was able to hear it, but he didn't fully understand what help, I have a peanut allergy, I'm dying meant. Mm-hmm. And so he died painfully in the middle of the reception. And it was as his body was being carried away and the guests were crying and in shock over the loss of Thaco that an announcement came over the carnival that someone had been decided as the Witchlight Monarch. And that someone was Morning Frost.
Yeah.
As the trumpets music, as the trumpets sound and the calliope plays, you begin to see the crowds part as very clearly a beautiful unicorn and butterfly parade begins to make its way down the thoroughfare towards where the wedding reception was happening. And it is here that you see at the very front there is a gigantic carriage that is clearly large enough to house all of you. However, there is, at the front of it, there is a large pedestal seat. And you can see that this carriage is magically being pulled along by two very large butterflies, one purple and one blue. Their wings iridescent and shimmering in the light of the carnival. And as they pull it along, it floats behind them. And you can see that the space on the inside is already filled with pixies and the brides. The entire wedding party, except for you, are inside of this carriage, as well as other people that you've met. There's that weird guy Mike, that Italian. There's
I hate that guy. We'll feel bad at him.
Neil is sitting inside. You've got that strange child that was trying to sell you all of those sauces. And their mother.
Duncan was his name. Excuse me.
Yeah, thank you. I made that NPC.
Was the
plethora.
kid kicking snails?
No, that was Chester. That was Chester Cheeks.
You do see that Chester Cheeks is sitting inside of the carriage as well. He's picking on Duncan, and Duncan's just letting it happen. And you see that there's really no room for all of you as you continue to hear the loudspeaker boom out that the Witchlight Monarch is Morning Frost and Gricko Grimgrin. Cremy LaCrue. And that's where it ends.
Oh!
Just kidding.
We did it, Jay!
And Gideon Cole. There is a hush that spreads over the carnival as everyone looks around. You hear behind you, is that even possible? There can only be one monarch. This has never happened before.
Oh, God. Oh, there's
What do you mean there are four of them? There should only be one monarch. Shh! Don't let Mr. Witch and Mr. Light hear you. And you see that people are whispering and they seem a little frustrated, a little uncomfortable. But then you begin to hear, they've done so much for the carnival. Cake Chad is my favorite. I even got his autograph as people start to talk about you in a more positive light. And the mood begins to shift back more towards a positive atmosphere. And you realize now, looking at this caravan, that long bench on the front has enough room for exactly 4 of you. And as the carriage stops in front of you, you see a rolled out banner that rolls out. It has the beautiful gilded markings that says Witchlight Carnival Monarch. And it looks like just a banner that rolls out in front of you that turns into a beautiful red carpet. But as you step your feet on it, you see that where it heads down from the caravan itself, it turns into steps. And it gives you an easy access directly up onto the top of this this carriage.
Well,
Of course I'm a monarch. They're just stating the obvious. But wait a minute. They forgot my name. Who is Grico Grimgrin?
We still have these.
Yeah, we didn't even clear them.
I
The
guess that's
finch.
true.
The peanut butter cake didn't clear out.
Please, guys.
I don't remember what my...
Another court jester into the shit trough.
I'll say, for the sake of my sanity, the moment you step onto the carpet and it wipes your...
The finch. Known for their excellence in bird kind.
Are you feeling better?
Well, I feel a little loopy because I can't afford the champagne, excellent champagne I drank.
How much did you drink?
A lot. Also, my belly is filled with frozen peas.
You know, they spiked the champagne with gin, so probably not ideal.
Hello. Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, that sounds like our wedding. Did we
Frost.
serve frozen peas?
Roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh, it'd be my pleasure.
Gid, why am I suddenly filled with crippling regret?
Well,
What have I done?
well, we got married. You wrote up the contract.
It was
6.
Oh, great.
part of the contract, Gid.
Oh, why the hell were you married then? I thought that was in the contract.
I don't know. I just got weirdly jealous and I couldn't shut the fuck up. And then he just sort of made it happen.
Oh, God, that drunk old man.
Yeah, that fucking Sata guy.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he was off the sauce for 20 years, and he kind of broke his. He's not getting his chip this year, if you know what I
It
mean.
seemed like he needed a little liquid courage, you know? I mean, he was barely making it as is, you know?
Well, I mean, I think it's old Gideon's fault. Wait, we're older monarchs?
Listen. I'm getting blamed for a lot of stuff. You don't put out a peanut butter sign, a clown dies, suddenly you're legally liable. I married 4 people. One of them's Grammy.
Your taxes are going to be very complex next year.
Oh, God. Well, no, that's fine. I don't pay him as it works, so.
Yeah. When was the last time? Every time Grammy's like, oh, the taxman's coming, we're skipping town.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Mr. Guru came and we couldn't get out of that.
No.
Well, that's not really taxes.
Yeah.
That's more like royalties.
Or
What?
extortion, perhaps?
Well, yeah.
Extortion? It's like he's taking... Never mind. That would be a really good joke. Very good topical humor that I'm not going to make. Let's break the tension with a little joke.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
We're all the monarch. Oh, is that like when friends start like a business and we're all co-CEOs? Because no one could decide decision rights in a business.
Yes, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. We may have split responsibilities, or perhaps we will have to all do the same ritual over and over 4 times straight.
Oh.
I mean, is there like a ritual or do we just get some
Are you
kind
guys
of
getting on
prize?
top of the carriage?
Oh, that's where we're on the carriage, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
that's
step
how
on
I
that carriage.
cleanse.
You just cleanse of
I
the...
said you just had to step on the carpet.
Oh, the carpet. Oh.
we're on the carpet.
Oh,
Yeah.
a lovely carriage. We have the guest list and this greasy-looking pest of some variety. He's not on it, so Busty, get away from him. You don't like. He's not. He's bad news. Very bad news. Get the fuck
Busty
off.
is sitting on the lap of Mike the Italian.
Okay, get the fuck off! I'm gonna try to violently grab him.
Sure.
Violently grab and throw Mike the Italian out of the carriage.
You're not gonna ruin this for me!
He says, violently shaking him by the collar.
Sure. You do.
Sorry you had to deal with that, Busty.
Well, no, you have to roll a strength. I guess.
Well, luckily, Mike has a -5 to
I
strength.
get to decide.
I can attest.
I get to decide what Mike has.
Oh,
Thank
an
you very
athletics
much.
contest, you say?
He
Yeah,
certainly
I do.
got negative.
I have Chuckles' character sheet, but no Gricko, because we have not had any combat in 80 years.
Oh, right.
I should probably.
I probably should have. I'm just gonna say I got a 21.
You're gonna just say that, or you did?
I think I have a +1 to strength, but I'm gonna confirm in a second.
You
That
rolled
would
a
be
20.
great.
I rolled a 19. Wait, I thought I had a +2. Excuse me. View. Athletics. Oh, it's a 20.
Well, Mike rolled a 3.
Ah.
So
Enjoy your Wilhelm scream as you fall out of the carriage. You easy fuck.
you watch as Gricko, as he's walking down the carpet heading towards the stairs that lead up to your place of honor atop this carriage. As he looks over and he sees, he hears Busty giggling first. It alerts him as he looks over and he sees as she is sitting on the lap of Mikey, the perverted Italian.
When I repeat myself.
Twice.
Mamma mia.
Green with envy and then red with rage as he rushes over towards the other side of the carriage, wrenches the door
I've had
open,
enough of you.
and grabs Mikey by the ankles and rips him out of the carriage. Busty squeals as she falls to the floor of the carriage, being knocked off of Mikey's lap. And you are now standing over Mikey, your angry green face looming over him as Busty is slowly wiping herself off and trying to regain her
And
composure.
who's this guy? He's just some guy in a sweater with glass. You get the fuck out of here, too.
Neil.
Derek.
Oh, Derek.
That fucking Derek.
Anyone who's just some guy, you're not welcome. You're not a fantastical, magical fairy creature. You're not welcome, okay? I'm sorry to say it. You mean Craxy's even invited. But if you're just some guy who looks like they would just start a podcast in middle age, get out. Get out.
Come on.
Get the fuck out! I'm sorry you had to deal with it. I'm sorry you had to see that, Busty. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay?
No, I need you to roll another strength contest against Derek.
Derek doesn't resist.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he doesn't resist at
No.
all.
He would. If Griggo came up to Derek, he'd be like, "All right, I'm out."
Unhand me.
I thought this was a different carriage. I'm fine. I'm gone.
Okay. Okay.
I feel a lot better about it. Busty, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I had to see that. You have a wonderful carriage ride. We have... by the way, I'm the Monarch. Gricko, Grim, Monarch, Witchlight Monarch. Anyway.
You know, I was really getting far with that Mike guy.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about him no more. He won't bother you. He won't
I
bother...
really enjoy him bothering me. I don't get attention
well,
like
that would stand to
often.
reason, but, you know...
What are you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying you have a nice flight, and we will talk at the crowning ceremony.
Why did you not look at me in the eye when you talk to me?
What?
My eyes are up here, Green Man.
Wait, what did you say? Huh?
Are you gonna be okay, son?
Huh?
Do we need to get a medic in here?
You know what? Oh, me lad's here. Okay, goodbye.
Aren't we riding the carriage?
That was-
No, we're on the bench. Aren't we on a bench on top or something?
We're outside.
Yeah, so you're paying attention to what the dungeon mistress is saying, even with my wacky joke.
Thank you for getting into our carriage. We'll see you at the wherever this carriage takes us, I guess.
We'll be up there. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, well, see everybody.
All right, goodbye.
So, thank you, Busty.
Yeah, I sure.
Thank you, everyone. Neil,
She lights a cigarette. She just starts smoking.
I'm on the bench.
You make your way up to the top of the carriage, and it begins to move. You hear the sound of a scream as the carriage wheel drives over Mikey, the perverted Italian's leg. And you, can I get a pencil? I want to snap it.
A pretzel?
A pencil.
Oh, I don't have my pencils today.
Well, you should leave them here.
How dare
No,
you?
those are
pencils in
icebound
this?
pencils.
Just
Here,
let me have that.
there's a pencil
Yeah.
like this. I
That's
don't know.
a
It's really hard to
small-
break.
watch your
a lot
hand.
stronger.
No,
yeah.
give me one. I'm gonna break something.
no,
Give it to me.
no.
Don't
The
listen
plastic,
to
the
Rich.
plastic is dangerous.
Yeah,
What
Don't
about
do
Give
the
it to me.
plastic.
what about Mikey? Do I listen to him?
No. why do
Everyone
you-
said no. Well,
There. He breaks a leg.
Jesus.
oh God! You can see his leg get severed off by bladed wheels. Jesus!
Ah, tragic.
You hear Mikey scream and cry as his leg is snapped beneath the carriage wheel.
Wow, he needs more vitamin C. Did you hear how soft that break was? It's disgusting.
No, yeah,
It was like
the strongest
jelly.
bone in the body. It's
It was
really
like
hard
a
to break.
jelly.
Oh, you think it didn't break?
No, I'm saying it's miraculous that the carriage weighs that much. I guess there's like 8 million people in this carriage.
Well, yeah, we're riding on it.
That's
Oh,
fantastic.
yeah, we're a bunch of muscly guys.
Yeah, well,
We're monarchs.
As the carriage begins to make its way through the carnival proper, the two large butterflies, the blue and the purple, the blue on the right, the purple on the left,
Yeah.
they are magically pulling this carriage, and you feel as it rises up into the air a little bit and swoops back down, enough that the people who are lining the thoroughfare are easily able to see you no matter the size of the crowd. And you hear cheers and yelling. The overall mood of the carnival has increased significantly, and it's from this vantage point that you can really see everything as a whole. This is the last event of the last night of the Witchlight Carnival, and this place really is spectacular. The glitter that rains through the air is shining in the light here, this preternatural light that is generated regardless of the time of day. The way that the bubbles float through the air and they have this beautiful iridescent sheen to them. The clouds that hang in the sky are cotton candy pinks and blues. And the air itself just smells sweet. Everything about this place is beautiful to an extreme, and it is clean and cozy and comfortable, and it is, regardless of what path you take today, it is your last night in this place and with these people. And for this moment, you are being celebrated as the royalty, not a Witchlight monarch, but a Witchlight monarchy. As the four of you are driven through the carnival, and everyone gets to experience you in this moment before eventually leading you towards the big top. But for now, you have some time together, what feels like a little bit of privacy.
Greg, can you make me a promise, please?
It depends on what it is.
yeah,
Just
that's
for
a
like
good point.
10
Yeah.
fucking minutes from now until we get to the big top. No more shenanigans, all right?
What?
No more shenanigans!
Shenanigans are all I know!
We have a heist to plan, and we got like 10 minutes to do it.
Well, what if the heist involves at least one shenanigan?
Well, I mean, it might involve a shenanigan.
Okay,
but
I-
it's not
I
gonna
took a
happen.
compromise.
We can talk about shenanigans.
I was going to propose that we need some form of distraction in order to get either the cane or the watch. Shenanigan could do exactly the right trick.
Well, I think what Kettlesteam suggested was that the pocket watch would be much easier to get than the weather vane. So, any ideas?
Well, if we can't come up, our safety net, if we can't come up with anything better,
We
is-
rush them.
No, when
man.
when it looks like Mr. Witch is distracted, perhaps with a rushing or perhaps with a shenanigans, I could just try to telekinetically lift it out of his pocket and hide it away.
If you can get it in my hand, it's hidden.
Oh.
I just need to get it in my hand.
Okay, so the football goes to you then,
All right.
and I could be the one perhaps to attempt to grab it with my mind and steal it to you as quickly as possible. I would only need 5 or 6 seconds.
Well, which one of you do you think actually puts the crown on us?
Well, imagine that there are going to be 4 crowns now, so It's possible that either Mr. Light or Mr. Witch deliver the crowns, or perhaps they'll have 4 people there to do it. There's no guaranteeing that we'll be able to get to within 30 feet of either of them.
Now, there's one more snafu we have to deal with. The pocket watch is on a chain. You gotta break the chain.
Oh.
That sort of gets thing.
Done that once or twice.
So here's my proposition, all right? You make a distraction. I shouldn't have to tell you any more than that. You got that covered. You're gonna distract Mr. Witch. Then you're gonna somehow accidentally brush into him. Maybe you trip and you're a big fella. And there's gonna be a whole lot of jostling.
Fall and crush him.
That-
and then we take the watch.
Don't fucking kill the guy. What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna kill him. I mean, he's kind of big himself, isn't he?
I mean, when you use the word crush,
Well,
I mean,
not
he's
like
big
serial
for like
crush
an
him.
elf fella. You're big like just in general.
Well, that's fair. All right, I
Exactly
won't
right.
crush him, okay?
all right.
You know,
So you
a
and
lot of rules in this heist.
the chain should be visible on the outside of his waistcoat. So as you fall on him, just use your strength and try to just break it. All right.
Yeah, I can do that.
As stealthily as you can. Then Frost, that's when you and you use your mind. You lift the pocket watch, and I'll be there, and I'll be in the shadows if I have to. I'll grab it and I'll whisk it away.
I'll mind burgle. One concern. If this watch is a magical item, we have to take a gamble, a bit of a risk. Because if the chain is part of the magical item, then it will not break. It will be as indestructible as any magical item might be.
Could you break maybe like the threads attaching it to the coat?
Yeah, it could be one of those situations where it's an indestructible watch, but it's just tied onto him with like stupid normal rope, and nobody ever thinks of that.
Exactly.
You know? We just cut that super easy.
Hopefully it's not attached to some sort of piercing or anything along those lines.
You mean like to his?
He'll notice that right away.
You think he's got it attached to his nipples? Or?
I didn't go to nipples right away, but yes, if I
What the
were...
fuck else
But
would
now,
you use?
yeah, I mean, what kind of other piercing you think he's got on him at the waist level?
Nipples right away.
You think he's, like attached to his waistcoat?
Have you ever heard of a Jacob's ladder?
I was going to say,
I haven't had it.
I used to know. I mean,
Holy
Neil
maybe
and
you
I
wanna work
for a
this-
semester room with a guy named Jacob.
Oh,
Yeah, he used to clear gutters. for
was
a
that the
living.
one that Neil was telling me about earlier?
Oh, probably. Anyway, that was a bit of a shenanigan. I apologise, Crummy.
Should have made him sign something.
Let me...
Well, you probably end up marrying him too, all right? You just calm down with the signing
That's
things.
fine.
If
That's fine.
if your ability to take the watch through your rushing action fails, I'll still be able to attempt to. If let's say he puts it into a pocket, my hand can be inside that pocket as sneakily as I can. He'll be putting it into my hand in that moment, and then when the time is right and there are no suspicions, I'll scoop it away and get it to Kremi.
What we're gonna need is something that we think is of about equal weight. So when I lift this off him, he doesn't notice the absence of the presence of such a thing. He keeps on him at all times on the way I've missed my manacles in an instant.
No,
He misses
no.
watch.
That's an important point.
No, you're not gonna pickpocket. All you're doing is breaking the chain. The second he has a tussle, he might check his pocket watch.
Well, I'm telling you, carve up some stand-in watch and we slip it in on him. Tap the pocket, he feels the same thing.
Let me ask
He's
you
at
this.
ease.
Does it matter? Does it matter if he knows that the watch is gone when we have it? Once we have it, don't we? According to Frost would remember the name. What was the name?
Kettlestein.
Kettlestein. According to Kettlestein, we may have won the game by the time we have it away from their possession, and we might be able to wield it. And I don't want to use violence, but at least command their attention more than we would have otherwise.
I mean, we might as well just bum rush.
Hey! Now we're talking.
So the goal is to
Like the serial crushed the guy.
Shenanigan. An accidental chain break. There's I'm sorry, I'll have my tailor patch that up.
Yeah.
Something goes on, and then you lift it out of his pocket when he wouldn't suspect it. He wouldn't think twice about it. Then I get it, and then we unveil our plan.
I still think that it's a genius idea that we replace it with some sort of weight.
Wouldn't even be that crazy. We just smooth off a rock. Get to a general sense. I can slip the watch out, slip that in. You know, if I roll well, no.
That's all I'm worried about. If you're trying to break the chain and pull it out of his pocket and have something else, I don't know. That just seems like a lot of finesse for you, kid.
Right, well, yeah, you're right.
No offense,
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying you're making a strong point.
Let's just stick to your strengths, and that's strength.
What if we flip the script? What if instead of my hand being the one to take it, you are the one who actually lifts the pocket watch, but it's my job to secretly unhinge it or unhook it from wherever it is?
We can do a little, so I just double checked. I rolled advantage and I'm +3, so you know it's not that bad. It's pretty good
Wait, you rolled an advantage
for a
what?
sleight of hand.
Oh.
Yeah, we're like thieves. We're like street thieves.
I understand,
you know?
we're street thieves, but usually I'm like, yeah, take that off them. And you just pick them up and you just rip it off the person.
Yeah, because it's usually more fun to do it that way, but I actually have a lot of layers to what I can accomplish.
You know, that's
We
fine.
just never, like, you know, trying to sneakily steal stuff. We usually just knock them out.
Well,
And then,
I mean,
you know, because that's the more fun thing to do. But
Well, it sounds like this may be handled. Perhaps my telekinetic powers aren't needed. Maybe my best use is to assist with the shenanigan and perhaps get Mr. Light's attention.
Well, I think, you know, we practiced a little bit of this when we were drinking at the wedding while I was up at the altar and you were sliding me drinks. Appreciate that, by the
It
way.
was my pleasure.
Once I get the watch on my person, I think it would behoove us to have you take it off me. So if he notices it immediately, I'm like, whoa, I don't know. You missing it?
I see.
I don't have it. Like a little, you know,
I've got it.
shell game kind of
I've
deal.
got it. I feel like, no, you don't even... I mean, come on, Gideon. You've got some big old sausagey fingers. He's going to feel you running your fingers all over his person instantly. All you got to do is break the chain, rip it off in the tussle. And then Frosty just ready, and he just grabs it. The second that it breaks, and he goes, and he gets it to Cremmy, and Cremmy's like, oh, what to do? And it goes away. So
I'm back
Marcia,
to tripping on him. Falling down, knocking
so
the
no,
watch
so
askew.
I'm going to have a shenanigan. It is going to be a wild gorilla on the loose, and then I'm going to say, "Oh no, my monstrous menagerie has escaped." And you're gonna be like, oh,
Mr. White,
I'll wrestle
look
him.
out.
Oh, hold on, and it's gonna comically run through his legs, and then you're gonna say, and it's gonna be very wacky. And all you gotta do is break the chain, and Frost is ready to, whoo, and then we're good.
Greco, did you say gorilla or gorilla?
It was very unclear.
I'm gonna use a twisted dread.
play with fire there, Derek.
Oh, on whom?
Sorry, who?
Derek.
Derek.
No, I roll for it.
Oh.
Or actually, you just roll a d20.
D20, yeah.
Oh, I'll roll this beefy boy for the level of naughty. 15.
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, it's the naughty list.
You immediately die and roll on the reincarnation table.
What is happening right now?
Any mention of gorilla in this carnival, and there'd be tremendous catastrophe.
Frosty!
Gorilla!
Oh shit, is he dying?
Oh!
Is this some kind of joke?
Oh no!
Dead? Is he? What? Somebody check his pulse. Does he have one of those?
Frosty was allergic to peanut butter pie too.
Oh god, we should have put that damn sign out. Oh shit!
Can you fix this? Can anyone fix this?
Oh no!
No.
Did he just get killed by the spirit or something? Did he say something? Did he get Abdul al-Hazredin and just log daylight?
What the heck?
Roll on the reincarnation table.
What table should I use?
Whichever one Mikey used.
Can you pull that up?
Oh, yes I can.
This is a nightmare.
I hope it's a Kenku.
500.
No, it's a D100.
I know it's a 50.
Yeah. 50?
Yeah.
Once again,
I'm just a witch. You just turned your black cat.
No,
So I actually am a black cat now.
Yeah.
Instead of a tiger. Yeah, instead of a Siberian tiger, yeah.
Yeah, you're a panther.
Or just however you want to flavor a hex blood.
I assumed. Oh, it's.
you're a hex
Yeah, you're a hex
it's
blood.
hex
You're just a hex
okay.
blood.
I
So
thought you meant I turned into literally like a 1 hit point.
Oh, no. You're just a hex blood.
And I was just like Sabrina the Teenage Witch style.
Ah!
Oh my gosh. My fur! I'm black now. What's happened to me? Guys?
You look very cool.
I'm pretty sure you died for a second.
I would say you know that you died.
I saw a terrible vision.
You look kind of like, I don't know, like you can cast spells. You hate magic.
Oh!
I do feel...
Got the frost.
Oh! You look like you might dance around the fire during the equinox.
What color are my
Naked.
eyes?
They're like a bright yellow.
This is gonna take some getting used to. But even worse, I'll be forever haunted by the feeling of passing through the second veil and by the memory of that terrible face.
What? Are we sure this isn't just some sort of like weird fairy magic, you know, and you'll be bright as rain once you get a little bit tappy?
It's almost seriously weird fairy magic.
No, this is much worse.
Oh.
This is dead serious.
Well, instead of morning frost,
Evening frost.
I know I was. Is it like evening, like chill? Oh. I'm just glad you're alive, Frosty. I thought you was killed by an invisible spirit, or a ghost, or a phantasm, or a spectre, or a shade.
I was. I think. At least I think I was. I mentioned that name and... Don't say it.
What did you even say?
Don't repeat what I said, whatever you do. You could be next.
What, Gorilla?
I think you just shouted Gorilla out into the air, and that was it. Then he died, but I'm not sure exactly why. I mean...
You feel okay?
What do you mean?
You're not seeing any things around?
I'm seeing you. I mean, that was pretty crazy. You just died, now you're a black cat. This is gonna throw a little bit of a wrench into the Monarch
I don't
plan.
believe he died. I think it's some kind of
think he
shenanigan.
died?
No, I think it's some kind of shenanigan. He's
no,
supposed
look a
maybe
little bit-
Gricko.
Why me? Why me? Why me?
Who are you shouting at?
Why are you suddenly wearing a pointy hat?
Why is everyone looking up in the sky? What?
Why me?
Ah! I'm sorry, spirit of Gorilla. Don't kill me next. I literally just was going to have a little gorilla, a little pygmy gorilla, and which monstrous menagerie has gotten loose, and he was gonna have monkey business. That's all. Monkey business. That's all. I would have said, oh no, it's an ape escape. That was the name of the shenanigan. That was a distraction. The ape
I mean, you can still do that. I don't know why you'd spoil it now.
What?
Why would you spoil the
Well,
shenanigans?
because I feel like Fuzzy just
pretty
died.
good. That's pretty good. We should have named all our shenanigans. Ape escape.
That's pretty good.
Well, it's gonna have to be like Mach 2 though, because he's dead and a black cat.
Can you do anything different now that you're like a
Wait,
witch
yeah.
cat?
Can you use your hand powers?
You look like a witch. Witch.
Right. I feel that I can harmlessly remove a lock of my hair or one of my teeth.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
Why me?
Is this helpful?
This is a new one. I know we've been beset by strange deliriums during this carnival.
Look, this is very sudden, but I want to just reiterate: we have like 2 minutes left by the time until we're at the big topo. You still good? Can you still do?
Oh yeah. Quick! I'm just gonna chuck one of my blocks of wood at you.
I will attempt to telepathically catch it with my hand, and I believe that I
Yeah.
still can. So it
Yeah,
it
that's
gets
your-
caught and
that's
it's
your
floating in
class.
the air now. And yes, I still have my psionic abilities.
Oh.
But I feel like if I spent a night with this tooth, I would be able to do special dark arcane magics.
Oh, God.
Oh, and it's just like in there.
This is back
It's
in
like-
there
it's
again.
just Fine.
Jeez.
Oh.
Not bleeding or anything.
Ooh.
I've been transformed, but if I focus, I should still be able to assist with the heist.
All right. Well, hopefully, come up with a good explanation of what happened. case they're like, what the fuck is this? It's not some trick. It's not some ruse. Well, at least they don't know that.
I have no idea what possible explanation could. I can't say the name. They'll be onto us immediately.
What name?
The G, this one that starts with the G that he said, and then
He said it like 15 times. He just put pygmy in front of it. You think that matters?
Oh, it's a gremlin, technically, but I was like, what's a gremlin? I'm like, you guys are like, you don't know about monsters.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm an expert in monster, that's my whole thing, remember?
I feel something innate within me, within my blood even.
Oh.
I cast Disguise Self and I look like normal Frost.
You're back to normal, Frosty!
fucking knew it!
Oh, well, thank God we didn't have to explain that.
It's no joke. I'm still as I was. I've disguised myself using the arcane magic.
You
See?
can stop playing.
It's all too real, everyone. Why me?
Oh God! Let's try to just pretend none of this has happened.
I will.
Right? Let's just
I'll just push it out of my mind.
look. This is just a classic heist. Let's just play it like normal. All right? You all have the roles.
Okay.
You know what to do. All right?
I don't know what to
Any
do.
questions?
We stealing from him? Tackling him?
No,
Is he
look,
gonna get tripped by a
Just
gorilla?
follow his lead. He's gonna do some kind of shenanigan.
Okay.
I mean, that's like half of my distractions.
And-
I
and you'll know.
create a spirit beast,
You know,
and it's escaped.
You have a good head on your shoulders. You have good instincts. Just when the moment's right, you.
Yeah, well, when you put it like that.
It's gonna come to you. I feel it's gonna come to you.
All right. Well, I feel good about it. Nothing can go wrong, I don't think.
I feel I agree
No,
with
I mean,
And it
it's
is
the odds
around
are
this
nice.
point that the carriage pulls up to the big top. And you see that behind you, all of the people that you had passed had followed in behind the carriage, truly creating a parade through the Witchlight Carnival. And as you descend from the carriage itself, you are actually taken by that very same pixie that you worked with during the drag show back around the side, and you see that everyone else that was falling behind is now filtering in through the entrance to the big top and taking their seats. As she moves you around the side to the big top towards a side entrance, one that you are familiar with, the same one you used to enter for the drag show. And she lines you up and, yes, sir, do you have any requests?
As Derek, I have a request. Just for my own personal visual for the parade, can we say that we sort of Macy's
Thanksgiving Day Parade.
That there are like floating versions of the four of us.
Absolutely.
With, like giant like
Absolutely.
That's all I.
Yes.
This is gonna be a weird back
No,
situation.
none from me. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Why?
Well, what kind of requests on the table?
What do people normally do?
We've never been the Witchlight Monarch before, so what can we ask for?
Oh, yeah, hey, what's
Maybe
that
like a
look
5-minute break.
Yeah, I mean,
I have to pee.
we're gonna take a coffee
Oh,
break.
yeah. I do have a quick request. If we could actually get the watch that Mr. Witch has, I would love to just look at it.
Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible.
I
I'm going to
just
go
thought I'd
pee.
ask. Thank
I'll
you.
be back in a little bit. You are standing there with this pixie that has helped you before. And she is constantly on her walkie-talkie, just notifying things. Yep, I've got him here. Yep, I got all 4. Nope, they're fine. They look like they always do. Well... Yeah, for the most part.
I remember her name. What is her name?
I don't even remember if I gave you a name for her.
Clarinetta.
Perfect. Yeah, her name's Clarinetta.
Remind me, you seem like you know all of the logistics of what happens from here until the end of the carnival, is that correct?
I'm sorry, I had someone speaking in my ear. What were you saying?
You know all of the logistics. You know what's going to happen in what order tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Can you walk us through what the ritual is going to look like? Can you walk us through that? And my request would just be, so that we're prepared to give the best performance we can, that you tell us a little bit about how things have changed, why there may be 4 monarch kings, what we can, are we going to be brought on a stage?
Ask
What,
who
are we going to be
crowns
expected to
us?
do anything? Or who's going to crown us?
Who's gonna crown
Will
us?
Mr. Light and Mr. Witch
Maybe
be
one
there?
question at a time, Frosty.
Any details?
Yeah,
any
she's
details.
not writing this down, man.
Please.
Oh, I don't need to write it down. I have an absolutely spectacular memory.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
here we
Yeah.
go. And she moves apart the curtain a little bit, and you can see that the big top is completely packed full. You see that the stage is set up beautifully, and in the very center of it, you see that there are 4 gilded chairs that sit next to each other in the very middle of the stage. Okay, well, the first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to take you out on the stage. You're going to take a seat at these 4 seats. You understand me? The crowd is going to go wild. They're going to love it. Some people aren't such a big fan of the fact that there are 4 of you, but Mr. Witch and Mr. Light do what they're going to do, and there's nothing I can say about it.
Okay.
Once the crowd calms down, then all of a sudden, out of the back, Dear Legrand is going to bring forward Mr. Witch. Mr. Witch is going to come, and he's going to stand behind you. Okay? That's what he's going to do. Just because he wants to be present, quite honestly. I don't really know what more to say. Mr. Light is going to go ahead and make his way out to the stage on his own. He'll probably rappel from the ceiling. He really chooses what he wants to do per every crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. He is going to address the crowd, tell them what's going on, why there are 4, probably, I don't know. And then you'll notice Candlefoot the Mime is going to go ahead and come off from this side of the stage. He's normally the left side, but sometimes he'll come from the right side. Really just depends on where Mr. Light chooses to put him that day. Inside of a hat box, he would normally have 1 crown. This time, however, there are going to be 4 crowns. How they're going to do that, I don't know. It's up to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. After you've finished being crowned and you're gifted your magical abilities, then what we're going to do is Mr. Light is going to take you on a tour around, or on a movement around the Big Top Carnival. Or, I'm sorry, around the Big Top itself. And people, you're going to be able to shake hands, and people will be able to dote on you, etc. Then you're going to go ahead with Mr. Light is going to escort you back to your carriage. You're going to make another pass around the carnival itself. And then towards the gate of the carnival, where everyone is going to leave. You, however, are going to make your way back to the Big Top, where you're going to dismount, return your crowns, and then you'll be free to go.
Oh.
Hey,
While you are on your tour around the carnival, Der Legrand is going to take Mr. Witch back to his caravan in the back. He does not proceed with you through the procession of the evening.
did you say we're gonna get crowned and get magical powers?
Oh, yes, of course.
What are the what magical powers? Are they cool?
You'll know when they come to you.
Oh my gosh.
And just to make sure I'm getting all of this, can you repeat all of that again? I wasn't listening.
No.
I think you'll be fine.
I need you to roll on the naughty list. Yeah.
I need you to roll on the shenanigan list.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Cremmy told you no more shenanigans.
I did.
Oh, 4.
But it's just shenan again and again and again.
Is it a D20? It's a D20, right? Or is it a D100?
It's a D20.
Okay, yeah, 4.
You are incredibly paranoid and believe everyone is out to get you.
Oh, good. That's
Oh,
good.
this isn't gonna go well.
Hey, you haven't heard of any pygmy gorilla nappers around, have you?
What?
No.
Is that a thing?
Oh, Yep, nope, they're ready, boss. Okay, I'll send them right in. Thanks. All right, and with that, and she opens up the curtain even further, you can go ahead and proceed to your thrones. Congratulations.
Thank you, Clarinetta. It's been a pleasure.
It's Claritzy,
I think
but
her
it's
name
fine.
is Stacy.
Eclipsy?
Wait, Clarinetta, what have you done
The
with...
second you said it, I'm like, well,
Wait!
Frost is leaving this one.
I couldn't have married her.
What have you done with Stacy?
Sorry, there was something in my ear.
Did you say your name was Clitzy?
I hate my life.
All right, Clancy, well, thank you very much.
Hold on
for what?
Hold on, I think everything
Derek, I'd
she
like you
just...
to roll on the naughty list.
Yeah.
I think that everything she just said was a lie. She's trying to steal Giuseppe.
What?
Who?
Giuseppe, my pygmy Growlin.
You have a pygmy growling named Giuseppe?
Yeah.
What?
And literally a pygmy Growlin.
You cannot tell the truth. You love lying.
No.
A pygmy Growlin that is as big as I am is next to me, and it as a blue energy swirls, and it starts off as a spiritual creature, and then you see that the hair will start to grow, and it appears to be fleshy, and he's standing there, and he's wearing a tie. Giuseppe, you gotta stay alert.
Oh no, this won't do. You can't bring a pet into the crowning.
Oh, but he's my emotional support, Pygmy Gorellin.
That's true.
You gotta understand. You wouldn't. You wouldn't part a poor, anxious goblin with his Pygmy Gorellin, who's his emotional support aminal.
Oh yeah,
beast.
I absolutely would. And she cast a spell magic.
Oh! Giuseppe! Oh! Oh!
It's gonna be just fine, Grico.
Is he dead?
Oh, Giuseppe! I'll never feel any kind of connection with a monstrosity like I had with you.
Is this gonna cause any issues for Project Ape Escape?
How do you know about Project Ape Escape?
You told me about Project Ape Escape. You laid out this whole project.
Can you
man.
argue about this on stage in front of
been
everybody?
listening?
Clincy, we're discussing it. We're not arguing.
My name is Claritzi.
I thought he said it was Clincy.
It is.
I thought it was Stacy!
It is Clitzy.
Oh, it's Clincy, see?
You're
He's the
all
smartest
lying to
guy I
me.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an item. I know you want to.
Just one heist, fellas. That's all I ask. Just one.
My name's Clitzy.
11. Oh, I'll roll this.
Yeah, you should roll that one.
I should have
Did you actually roll an 11?
I rolled an 11.
Yeah.
You all swap bodies.
Oh, fantastic.
Please give me frost, please give me frost, please give me frost, please give me frost, please give me
1,
frost.
2, 3, 4.
What? Wait. What's that?
You were all swapping bodies.
Okay.
So you're going to roll a d4,
Why?
and whichever number you get is the person you become.
This is the worst possible time.
Everyone is trying to get me.
I also got a 1. Everyone is trying to get
no,
me.
we're-
Then you
That's
roll
why.
again. So you roll again.
you roll
you
again.
know.
Damn it.
Inside you, there are 2 wolves.
Roll again. 2.
2. Who's 2?
Grico.
Oh wait, do I
So
still
1, 2, 3, 4.
So how are we doing
you-
this? Is it like personality?
Does the
So
magic
you
it's first
keep
come,
your
first serve.
personality,
Okay.
but you are Grico.
do our curses stay with our souls or do they
Your
stay with the
curses
body?
stay with your soul.
So I don't hate. I don't love to lie.
You don't
Correct.
love to lie.
I'm
You're
paranoid.
paranoid. You're paranoid Frost.
I don't know how to tell you this. They took Giuseppe. They're all lying to us.
So who am I?
What
you gotta
number
roll
did
the
you get?
thing, yeah.
Well, no. What did you get?
I got Grico. Do Grico's voice?
Oh,
I got 3.
hello!
I'm you.
So that
So you are
made me
Gideon.
Gid. Oh,
Oh, well.
Can you say anything as crummy and suddenly your mind?
what to do?
Oh, what to do?
What to do there? I'm your Huckleberry.
I like to lie all the time and sound like this. Good thing I know how to do Cremmy's voice.
that was actually pretty good for me.
It's a lot better than Brady.
I don't sound like that.
Yeah.
Why to do? That's why to do.
Why the fuck did this happen? Of all times, fucking this time right here.
I think that it's time for a shenanigan. There's only one way. I've used quite a powerful resource in order to cast Giuseppe.
I'm certainly glad you did that.
Giuseppe is now dead.
That was a wise choice there.
Now I will.
What to
Now
do?
if I summon another spirit beast, I'll have to have a different name for him or her.
Oh, no, you can't have a different name for him.
Wait, hold on. Do we even? We probably don't know exactly who's in whose bodies, but we should probably grapple with the fact that we've now switched bodies.
Oh, I'm in a different place now than I was.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
That would be suspicious.
Okay. Wait.
Did you do this?
What happened?
Yeah.
I'll immediately drop. I'm a black cat now. Oh my god, I am become a bad omen. That didn't even hurt. I knew, Cremmy, you were up to something.
What? Wait, are you talking to me?
Cremmy, I knew you were up to something. Fuck, this is going to take...
I'm Cremmy, but I'm in Gideon's body.
This is Frost. I'm what to do?
Cremmy, you're the one who got us into this.
Oh, am I in Grickle's body? Oh, no, I'm green and small.
Cremmy, you were there. Why didn't you tell us the kind of man that Remy Guru was? I thought he was just a guy who ran a riverboat casino.
No, what I'm saying is that I'm Cremmy LaCrue. He's not Cremmy LaCrue. I don't know why you keep saying what to do. You're from. I should be
skeleton key in.
I should be saying what to do.
Oh no, I understand that this is quite it's more up here, yes. Cremmy, is that you in Gideon's body? Does the guy have become Frost who has died? I now am dead. Oh no.
You feel this warm all the time?
Oh, yes, I feel this warm all the time. Well, that warm all the time, there's a fire inside me.
Who is that? Is that you, Frost? I don't sound like that, Frost. That's very nice of you.
Can I get some of them there? Can I get some of them there, taffy? I would hate it if you got me some taffy right now.
I'm gonna need you, all four of you, to stop acting the fool and to get up on that stage.
I really want to go on stage right now, but first I do not want taffy.
I love that for you. I think that's a wonderful thing for you to be feeling.
No, you're not understanding. I don't want any taffy. Please don't give it to me right away.
And then you've lost the accent. Now you just have the timbre.
No, I have to slow it down in order to get. I'm getting close.
Kind of more like here. You're gonna you sit in the front of your voice, and this is the way that you pronounce.
I'm working on it.
Okay. I need you to go to the stage.
Oh.
How do you even get... Ow! How do you get to the stage? Ow!
You literally walk to it right there.
No, because I'm so small and short. How do these legs work?
That's very offensive. Not all goblins have a New York accent.
I don't even know. I'm just
I'm
trying
more of
to
a
shout
Warhammer Cockney thing.
I'm trying to shout to mascot.
Not a Warcraft New York Brooklyn accent.
Now let's just get fucking on.
That's very offensive to
I
goblins.
love this. Let's just fucking go.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Something about French dressing.
Okay, Cremmy.
Is our heist plan totally just...
Wait, do I have Frost powers?
Let's just hope this all wears off, and by the time we...
no! Do I have to summon Giuseppe?
Just don't do anything until we make our way around the thing once.
Oh, no, do you know how to play an ocarina?
No!
Ah, fuck.
I walk out onto the stage.
Perfect. You begin to walk. You walk out onto the stage, and the crowd begins to go wild as you make your way up the stairs that lead towards the stage, and you take your place at the furthest seat from the entrance that you entered. Clearly, and you take your seat there, followed by what's your order? Marching order?
I went out first. And as I'm walking out, I'm tipping people with my hat, and I'm like, did the curse of the tooth thing happen into Kremy's body? And I pull one of Kremy's teeth out. Nope.
Yeah. It's like that game when we were all children.
And then
For people in our age, you remember, you're now visualizing it. And the stickers never quite aligned, it was kind of off.
Sons of bitches. And I
What
sat
are
down.
you talking about?
The dental gator or whatever that game is.
Gator golf.
No.
No, the one where you have to push down the teeth in order to...
Yeah.
And you gotta get your hand down real quick.
Yeah.
Yes,
What was that called? I can't remember.
Oh,
neither can I.
Does your neck always hurt looking up at people? Ow! I mean, does your neck always hurt looking up at people like this? Is this how you do it?
And who was second?
I'm coming.
Oh, God, it's going to take me 50 years.
Thank you very much.
These chains are kind of annoying. Just fucking deal with that all day.
Yeah, it's... I mean, it's a representation of the sins of my past. Ow! Of course.
I feel like we've all sinned, or perhaps that is what the elites want us to think.
Nah.
I think they're all shape-shifting interdimensional vampires.
It's at this point,
I fucking love you guys.
as you're all sitting down, that all of a sudden the lights
The lights begin to change as they sparkle and move around the room. A shimmering, iridescent, almost like a disco ball feeling as the lights sparkle and change all over. A hush falls over the crowd as at the very back of the big top, the curtains open and you see a dark shadow enter into this space. And towards the back, you hear shocks and gasps. You hear you hear someone scream for just a moment, and then you see what their reaction was to, as a large, dark displacer beast begins to make its way down the pathway and towards the stage.
How is it doing that?
As it moves forward, you see that sitting atop it, nestled between two clearly fake butterfly wings, is Mr. Witch. And as he rides this displacer beast down the pathway, the crowd begins to clap and cheer. The lights continue to move and sway. Confetti falls from the ceiling. And you watch as Claritzi had clearly told you this was going to happen. That fuck my life.
Her name is changing.
No, it was.
It's always been close.
I'm being gang stalked.
I'm gonna end him. She had clearly told you. You guys need a moment.
No. I'm paranoid.
Oh, no, mistress. No.
No, I miss Kitty Whiskers, not you too. You're part of his vile scheme.
Oh, do I have to tame this? You what?
Why
would you need to tame it?
Well, because doesn't this body know a thing or two about a mistress menagerie?
I think that's more tied to his mind.
Oh, I thought it was the flute.
You're Gideon inside of his body, so you sound like...
Yeah,
You sound like Cremi, not Cremi.
It's
wow.
kind of
you sound like Gricko, but you have Gideon's mind.
It's a nightmare matrix, especially when you...
It's a very difficult.
But what is this? Is his power in his bones, or is his power in his mind?
That's a dungeon mistress question.
The dungeon mistress.
Do we have our powers?
I would say you are the person's race, but you are not their class.
Oh, so I still have my... Oh.
Yeah.
I will need you to hand over my ocarina right at this moment, at the present moment.
Oh, I'll need you to hand over my flame core and my
All of that
manacles
could have been done prior. Let me finish describing what's happening, please.
Wait, never mind.
So that we can proceed with this fucking heist. Claritzi had let you know that this was going to happen, that Mr. Witch would be escorted to the stage via Dear Legrand. And that name does actually ring a bell to you. It had been something that had been talked to you previously. You knew that there was a displacer beast named Dear Legrand that was at one portion of the carnival that you had not been to, and that was the Lost Things area. And this is clearly that displacer beast. And you see that she is massive and beautiful and regal as she struts down the pathway towards the front of the stage. And as she gets to the very foot of the stage, with a hop in his step that you would not have expected from Mr. Witch, you watch as he bounds off of Dear Legrand's back, clicks his heels together, swings his pocket watch on its chain for just a second before tucking it into his pants pocket. Then he grabs the head of his cane and you hear the click, 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 almost musically, as he makes his way up the stairs of the stage and stands behind all of you. And he motions his arms out across the backs of your chairs, and he actually leans in towards you, Gideon. And who were in the two center chairs? It was Cremi and Gideon, because it was Frost. I'm speaking to you as your actual persons. Mm-hmm. It was Derek, Rich, Mace, Gricko.
Yes.
Perfect. He leans into you two, and he says, "It would seem that something's amiss." He snaps his fingers, and you feel yourself sloop back into your body.
Thank you, sir. I
knew you were looking for the goblin.
Thank you, Mr. Witch. Thank you.
Is he a Bengal tiger again?
Yes, all of your afflictions.
Anything that was bad is now
anything
good.
that was bad is now good.
Thank the gods.
But he does.
Thank the gods.
If I were you, I would keep your voices down. This place echoes, and everyone can hear everything you're saying.
Thanks for the heads up. Thank you for all this, and we're looking forward to the set. Oh.
And he motions his arms out as all of a sudden the music from the calliope begins to play. And from the very top of the big top, you begin to see a slow spinning round of colors: blue, pink, purple, orange, yellow, green, red, until, I mean, this is beautiful, but this is Relax a Wave by something. So we're going to do
Relax
Hearthstone.
Wave, my favorite.
I don't know what that was or what I was playing, but it's fine.
Playlist?
Probably Gavin again.
And you see as
Fucking
almost like
everything
a
up.
kaleidoscope of colors begins to shift, and you see that the lights begin to change, and they begin to show fairy creatures moving along the sides of the big top, almost like a kaleidoscope. And down from the very center, rappelling on a beautiful silken strand, in his most fabulous outfit yet, you watch as Mr. Light rappels down from the top of the big top. And as he descends, he holds himself aloft, wrapped in the silken strand, about halfway down from the ceiling, as he calls out, "Welcome to the Big Top Extravaganza and the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch." And the entire crowd laughs and cheers.
Oh.
Yes, that's right. We have 4 monarchs this year, and it is for a special reason. For anyone who's been here today, you know that it is the last night of the Witchlight Carnival, at least for now. Though we will return, tonight has been quite special. There have been many events all across the carnival, and this, what has been one simple night, has felt like 14, maybe even 16 days.
That's true.
So it does, at least 15.
At least 15.
14 to 16 at least.
14 to 16. But it has been one joyous night. And it is this night of the Witchlight Carnival in which we have had the most fun. And my weather vane, and he spins it, and you watch that it is from this weather vane that this magical light is illuminating from. And all of these kaleidoscopic images of fey creatures dancing in a wooded glade, it's where it emanates. My weather vane has never been happier, and it is all thanks to the 4 that you see before you. And so we will break tradition this day as we celebrate what they have done for us, which is to bring joy to everyone here. So, let us all raise a glass, and you see that in all of their hands, a shimmering glass appears, filled with a frothing pink liquid. Let us all raise a glass and celebrate the crowning of the Witchlight Monarchs. And in his hand as well, you see a goblet, a gilded goblet, as he begins to drink. And everybody raises their glass and drinks. And there are loud burping sounds as people drink down this bubbly beverage. And you see that out of their mouths spill these beautiful bubbles that pop and glitter explodes in front of them. If burping could be beautiful, this is what it would look like. And everybody claps and cheers. You watch as Mr. Light spins himself, and he begins to face you, and he smiles at you as he points his wand out to you. And all 4 of you feel yourselves renewed and invigorated as you feel a magic wash over you, almost as if you have endured a long rest.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh,
I had 1 hit point left.
Now, let the crowning begin, and Mr. Light will... you watch as he spins himself up in the silk and begins to ascend back to the top of the big top. And out from the corner, the left side, you see Candlefoot the Mime, no longer pale shades of gray and white, the sepia-toned man, but a beautiful rainbow-colored mime as he makes his way out onto the stage. And in his hand is a very mundane hat box. As he moves towards you and towards Mr. Witch specifically, he removes the lid, and you see that inside there are 4 beautifully ornate golden crowns that seem to be made from a golden band that looks like oak, but topped with 50 what appear to be live monarch butterflies.
Nice.
But upon closer inspection, you can see that these are clearly gilded and mechanical, created monarch butterflies. But the magic that's infused within these crowns gives them the visage of life, and they appear to be real as their wings flap and their little antennae twitch this way and that as they flutter upon the crown. They are glorious to behold. It's almost hard to take your eyes away from them. As Mr. Witch moves over towards the box, and he removes the first crown and he places it atop your head, Frost. The crowd goes wild as they clap and cheer for you. You feel your body infused with a magic, a power, followed by Cremy and Gricko Cremy, Gideon, and Gricko. All of you have the crowns placed upon your head, and you immediately feel the charm of the monarch. You can sprout a pair of beautiful butterfly wings. As long as you have the wings, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed, and you gain a +5 bonus on all charisma-based ability checks. These effects last for 1 hour. After you use this charm 3 times, it vanishes from you.
Nice.
Is it concentration or anything?
No.
Is using it? Is the charisma bonus just like stock, or if we use like a boost in charisma, is that a use?
You have to use specifically the charm of the monarch. So the charm of the monarch basically sprouts wings. You can fly for an hour. You get +5 bonus to charisma ability checks. And then after that hour, that fades.
Okay, got
And you can use
so
that
you get
3
that
times.
bonus within that hour.
Yeah,
And it's 3 times like
3 times forever.
forever.
Yes.
Shit. It's kind of cool.
I love consumables.
You hear the crowd begin to chant and cheer, and Mr. Witch looks down at you and the floor is yours, boys. You want to make a speech? By all means.
What to do, everybody? Ladies, gentlemen, and all in attendance at the Witchlight Carnival. We are Carnival crew, and we have been so graciously crowned as your 4 Witchlight monarchs of the evening. And you know what? This night's really about us, but because we're so generous in spirit and mind, we are going to put on a show for you. How does that sound, everybody? Oh, yeah.
I would say the crowd goes wild at that. Your eyes dart to Mr. Witch, or to Mr. Light, and you can see that his eyes, he makes contact with Mr. Witch, almost looking for approval. Mr. Witch nods his head and he begins to step backwards away from you, giving you the floor.
How close is he?
He's immediately standing right behind you. And that's where he's been for like the past.
And first,
4
instead of my
minutes.
top hat, I'll take off my crown. And first is the wonderful, mystical, spiritual Greco Grim. Welcome to the stage. Oh, yes. And I'm gonna just sort of like walk back and kind of like just sort of stand next to Mr. Witch, as if I'm just like kind of observing the show along with him.
He'll look over at you. He tips his hat to you. And he's kind of leaning backwards, almost as if he's leaning up against a wall, but there's no wall behind him. He's just a few steps behind the chairs now.
And I'm not too close to him. I'm a few feet away. But
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna look at like Cremy, and I'm like, no. Oh yes, I'm sure you have traveled all across Aventris, being such a well dressed and cultured crowd. Who wouldn't travel internationally, right? Come on, yes. Well.
Who's from Canada? Oh, me!
Oh, I've never been, but I hear that's quite a nice district in Gotica. And so, I will...
I'm from Bog Possum!
Well, Bog Possum! Well, allow me, I've been to Whippoorwallow Swamp, and there's a beautiful monstrosity, a creature, a bird, that is the wallowing whippoorwill, for which the swamp is named. And they love to eat butterflies, particularly monarch butterflies. I see nothing wrong by showing you this creature. Now behold, the wallowing whippoorwill! And I will summon Beast again as a flying, strange, gigantic-eyed bird with an incredibly supernaturally large mouth. It looks very eerie, and it has like very soulless dead eyes. Will fly out and will...
How scary is this?
It's pretty spooky. It looks like it eats souls, but it just eats monarch butterflies. If you've read the Dunwich Horror by H.P. Lovecraft.
The crowd screams.
Ah!
You see people jumping out of their seats and rushing towards the back. A bunch of venue pixies have to kind of get people under control and get them back into their seats. You hear children crying. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light look a little nervous, but they don't stop you.
Wilbur!
Is it like kind of menacing?
So it looks menacing, and then it swoops back, and its eyes will lock on the many, many monarch butterflies on Mr. Light's crown. And
No, it's not their crown, it's your crown.
Yeah, our crowns have the...
Well, it will start to fly around and look and basically start to go to a feeding frenzy. And I will try to mime, oh, no, Wilbur, no, you remember our act? Oh, no, butterflies, his favorite snack. How could this have happened? How could I have foreseen this? Oh, no,
he's going to a killing frenzy.
As this is happening, I'm speaking telepathically to Gideon. If that thing comes close to Mr. Witch, to jump on him as if you're saving him, and that'll
Frost,
be your...
be cool, man. I don't think this is it yet.
Roll a deception check.
Crummy said I would know when this was the sign. This seems like, I think this is like part one. I don't think it's begun yet.
I'm giving you a new sign. Just tackle him if it gets close.
No, that's not really a sign. You're just kind of telling me that this is it. I don't think
I'm the sign.
I'm gonna
show kids.
one more twist. A second twist. Okay. Deception? Wait, can we increase charisma? Wait, that's
that's the curse. Well, if you
can activate that, you could trigger the monarch charm.
Now, that's outrageous.
Yeah.
Deception? He's a very perceptive fellow.
Who?
I'm gonna do it.
Take it.
So I'm advantaged? Or is there a plus to it?
What do you
Plus
mean?
5.
It's just a plus
Plus 5.
You
Just a
only
flat
have
plus
3
5.
uses of them for all eternity.
Yeah. Fine, I'll just rely on a 20.
That's pretty
Well,
good.
I rolled an 8, so yeah, that succeeds.
Wilbur, no, not towards our very generous patrons who gave us his crown. That's not a butterfly. He just has a butterfly whip. Oh no, Mr. Witch.
And please use 2 twists, yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, roll 2 100s.
Oh
for
no,
me, please.
Mr. Witch, look out. It's
Oh my
Wilbur.
god, you summoned the wrong thing. Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, look out. It looks like you're about to be collateral damage.
Because
100.
you used twists, so you go off the old table.
Yeah, this is not because we're
This
not
isn't a dread.
I would like to, when the giant ethereal soul eater starts flying towards us, though it is very obviously coming straight at us and not for them at all, I'd like to dive at Mr. Witch and try and tackle him. Oh, I'm saving you! Look out for that giant soul eater! And then, if I can, flying tackle him.
I rolled a dexterity saving throw, and he fails. So you're easily able to tackle him.
Hey, look out, man! I got you right here. Don't worry.
Does it look like Mr. Light and Mr. But were they standing next to each other?
No, Mr. Light is suspended.
He's still Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend up there?
He's still Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Mr. Witch had stepped back, but he was next to Cremy. Cremy, I would also like you to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you get tackled as well.
So I
need to know your 100s first.
1685.
6D or
6T and 85.
6D?
I need to find my other D10.
It's actually, in fact, the same thing.
Your teeth turn into hands.
Oh, that's the 6th-dimensional whippoorwill.
Your childhood invisible friend appears to you in the room, but no one else can see
classic.
it. And then what was the other one? 85?
Rolled a natural 20, 24 for my dex.
Can you roll another one?
Oh, me?
Yeah, because it's a once every year kind of thing.
39.
You feeling fine.
39.
Oh. No. No. You perish in the mystery, man.
Your fingernails begin to tell you short stories.
No! Oh no, my fingernails are monologuing very poorly at me. Oh no! This is even worse than Fribble Frabble Grizzle Graggle! Oh look! Oh, Mr. Witch, Mr. Lion, look out! Look out! Oh no, he's right behind you! Ah!
Rico's freaking out.
He's freaking out and he's saying this, but this creature clearly isn't going anywhere near Mr. Witch or Mr. Light. It is, if it truly is...
It's Fribble Frabble Grizzle Graggle.
Don't worry, Mr. Witch, I got you. I'll let you fly through the air, tackle him, get him onto the ground, and then you start
Yeah, you are able to jump out of the way. You hear a whoop as you slam into Mr. Witch. What on earth are you doing,
Hey, no,
Gideon?
shh, don't even worry, man. Just stay down here. I'm gonna keep you safe. I'd like to kind of like be on top of him, pin him down, and like, you know, give him a quick pat down, check for the...
You're rubbing all over him. He's swatting at your hands. What on earth are you doing?
Listen, I think this thing's attracted to dapper dressers, all right? Just hang on for a
It's not
second.
even coming anywhere near me.
No, it's right over us, all right? Just don't look. Close your eyes. It's very scary. I'd like to try and find the watch and as quickly as I can get a sense of if I can use my Forlorn's dagger to like cut free just like a piece of... Like if it's attached to an inside pocket via like cloth or like the stitching on a button or something like that.
He had put it in his right pocket, and there is, if you notice on jeans, there's a tiny little pocket that was put there originally for pocket watches.
Yeah.
And there is
wearing
one of
jeans?
those sewn into it's sewn into his trousers.
Okay.
He has a little pocket watch.
Okay.
He has a little
Literally a
pocket.
watch.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like
and
to...
you see that some of the threads are exposed from the amount of times of taking it in and out, that it would be easy enough to, cut that.
There's also a Magnum condom inside.
He dropped those on the floor.
Yeah, I'll let him keep those. Oh, man. It's back heat down here, fellas. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
Where do you buy your pants?
This is a pocket watch or a short range bazooka.
Snake.
Yeah, holy God. That might bite me.
I'm sorry. I need to just shut the fuck up.
Oh, God. I got a Charlie horse. Oh, fuck. And I just kind of like shoulder smash. I try and like block his, range of vision as, I smash down. And as quickly and as deftly as I'm capable, I'd like to try and like separate out the pocket watch.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Frosty, I think you might have been right. This, I think, is it. I'm gonna try and separate the pocket watch. I'm not sure. I might have fucked this up.
Take it and hold it behind you.
What do you mean, just holding it in my hands? I'm
Yes,
holding it down on the ground.
my hand is right there. Take it.
He's telling me to buy him dinner first, and I don't know that this one is the watch. I mean, I think he's enjoying it a little bit. I think you might need to take this watch. I don't know yet. Okay, just be ready.
I've got something in my pocket for you. Why don't you put your hand inside and give it a squeeze?
What did you want me to do?
Roll a sleight of hand, please.
Okay, I believe I roll it at advantage.
Save me, Wilbur! Save me from And then the soul eater whippoorwill, the wallowing whippoorwill, will try to dive bomb wherever Fribble, Frabble, Griggle.
All right,
Grizzle
I'm gonna use a
Graggle.
twist.
There we go.
That's a bad idea.
Roll a D100 for me.
I'm gonna use one more twist.
That's really not a good opening thumbnail. I think you need to reword it. Oh God.
21.
Roll two
21.
two D100s for me first.
Oh no.
This is going so well.
75.
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell the truth all the time, don't you?
32.
You've been playing this game for a long time.
You don't need. You can just say he said or she said. You don't need to have.
Wait, 32?
32. 75. 32.
You don't need to have synonyms for said.
Oh, they're not. He's not a fake character. Roll. Oh, I'll just use
50 would
this.
be if I roll again.
Okay, 50.
Thank you,
32.
Glass Joe, so much for those bits, and thank you for the raids.
You must consistently give yourself a pep talk. And then 50.
Perfect.
What?
50.
50
was the other one you
50,
said?
Yeah.
You're like breathing into his ear. Okay, Gideon, you can cut this strand. You can steal the bottle of water. No problem.
Hold on.
All right, champ, you got this. All right, we can make this happen. I can get this from him. I can get it off him.
You got it. Yes. Yes, just take it. Just take it and hold it down.
No, you can't. I'm just speaking out loud right at him. I didn't mean to do this, actually.
I can hear everything you're saying in my mind.
I didn't mean to indicate to you that I was speaking in your mind. I meant to, just like freak out a little bit.
You lose 2 letters of your name. Your name is now Gideon.
Come on, Gideon. Come on, buddy. You got this. Just keep him down, pin him right down, and get that watch off him. I mean, fuck. Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's not you. I'm talking to Mr. Witch. Fuck. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Come on, Gideon. You got it, man.
I hear it both.
Oh, God. This is so confusing.
But you are able to sever that little watch pocket, and you see that where the chain is connected to is the pocket itself. And so by removing the pocket, you are able to remove the watch and the chain itself from Mr. Witch's person. And though you are giving yourself a pep talk, Mr. Witch is fighting against you. He doesn't seem to be paying attention to what you're saying. And I would say because you're in proximity to him, you can tell that he is communicating in some way to Mr. Light. And he is focused so much on what he's trying to get across to Mr. Light that he doesn't hear the ramblings of the madman that's on top of him. And you are able to, through sheer chat support, you are able to get the pocket watch off of Mr. Wet.
All right, Gideon,
Just use the mouse wheel. Just use the mouse wheel. You hold it up behind you. As soon as it's free and I see it, or get a sense of that you're doing this.
Frosty,
my hand is right there, ready to sloop that out and rocket it away.
Frosty, it's me, Gideon.
What?
Well, no, there's no time for questions. It's me, Gideon. I need you to take this. Are you ready to go?
Yes,
I'm
ready for 3 minutes.
Come on, we gotta make this happen, all right? I know we can, okay?
Hold it out.
Okay, Gideon,
Hold it out.
you can make this happen. You gotta get it in the right spot. You got a sweet spot. He's gonna get it from you. Everything's gonna go fine, all right? You got this. You got this, Gideon. And then I hold it out.
As soon as he does, I'll just use my mage hand action to manipulate an object, pick it up, and I'm going to keep it as low and close to the bodies as possible.
Do I see it?
And hover it and just get it like right up your leg as
I would
quickly
like
as...
you to roll a sleight of hand for me, please.
Wait,
A sleight of mage hand.
Gideon! Wasn't that one of Mr. Garu's bollywogs? They're all allied. Frizzle, frabble, griggle, graggle.
Do you think Mr. Light and Mr. Witch are going through, or Mr. Watch are going through the same thing that we're going through? Like, hey, Mr. Light, do you think that they noticed that our bodies swapped?
I would say Gideon gets a very good idea that they're doing the exact same thing that you guys. Oh, you mean whether they're getting like body swapped?
They're getting
and stuff?
fake cursed and they're having their own fucking problems.
No, but
like,
they
this
are
is why everything's
communicating.
chaos. 18. No twists for Derek.
Yeah, you are able, even though it seems that Mr. Light is watching what's going on, he hasn't made any motion to react. The crowd is calming down from their screams. They seem to believe what the pixies that are working this venue, the venue pixies, what they're telling them, that this is all part of the show. And because Mr. Light isn't reacting, everyone's calming down and they're unsure of what performance this really is, but they're watching and there's slight clapping.
The watch will lift out of Gideon's hand. It's not invisible. It's being held by an invisible force I'm using with my telekinetic mind, and kind of like the tiny UFO robots from the really classic film Batteries Not Included, they'll zip down.
Wow.
And
Core memory unlocks.
and it'll zip down and staying close to the floor. And then on your left, Cremy, you see it coming straight up and right into your hand. You barely even have to move. High five. Done.
Mr. Light, you see that he was staring at, his eyes were moving between Gideon and Gricko and the two of you. And as you pull the watch away, the lights catch on it. And you see as his head turns and he immediately draws his attention to the watch. And his eyes follow it as it goes into Cremy's hand. And you see him for just a second spin his weather vane around, and his face gets very somber, and he begins to clap. That was a brilliant show, wasn't it? Everybody, celebrate the show!
I'll
and
run
the
after
crowd
Gricko.
starts to clap and
be all right.
cheer. And Gricko, you see as his eyes linger on you, and you hear in your head, "It's time to stop the show, Gricko."
Do I have time to do anything?
You have time to hold on to the pocket watch.
I will basically. I'm
And a
gonna
reaction.
I'm gonna take a couple steps. Okay, so I'm an action.
Well, I mean, if he's doing that, can you, like, is there something you can do where you, like, sloop it away?
Send it into the 5th dimension.
DM says he doesn't have an action.
Yeah, I don't have an action.
What would you like to do?
I would like to go invisible.
You can do that.
I'll basically kind of as soon as I get it and I grab it, I'm gonna take 2 steps back, kind of like, and just sort of fade into the shadows, and then just disappear.
And you see as Crummy disappears, but something Crummy was holding does not. As where Crummy stands, you firmly see a pocket watch and a chain.
Is...
Like, yeah. Fuck.
And I will say you would hear in your head, "I've got true sight, friend. I know you've got my watch."
Is that Mr. Witch?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Do
I would say it is very clear to you they are quickly trying to wrap up the carnival. Neither one of them is making any motion to attack you or do anything. They're trying to move things along because they now realize you have one of their items.
Thank you, Grego. Are you all right? Are you all right?
Am I still affected by my...
Your paranoia? No, that was gone.
No, but Fribble Frabble Grizzle Graggle's here.
I forgot that was your imaginary.
Yeah, as soon as I got it into the hand, I'm running to help Grego.
The flick of the wand, with the flick of the weather vane, Mr. Light got rid of your fey curses.
Oh!
Oh, the construct
It is very clear that upon seeing that Mr. Witch no longer had the pocket watch, he is keeping his composure very precariously and is trying to get things under control as quickly as possible. He looks like a man who is watching everything completely fall apart, but is still trying to gain some semblance of control over the situation. As he continues to spin on his silken strand, he calls out, "And with that, we have crowned our monarchs. Let us give them a round of applause." And the crowd begins to cheer and yell, but it's a strange bit of clapping and enjoyment. People, their hearts are not in it. They don't fully understand what's going on. There was a monster that came out that scared them, and a lot of screaming, and the three of you just sitting in your chairs like nothing was happening. Mr. Witch being tackled, Mr. Light just suspended. All of it, though it only happened over a small amount of time, it was very strange to them, and how it succeeded is really just chat.
Thank you, Jack.
And the crowd.
There's nothing good about what we
And
did.
the crowd is just as flabbergasted as the DM.
That's true.
As they begin to clap, and Mr. Light continues to speak. "I unfortunately have one change to the schedule tonight, and that is that there will be no final parade. Instead, we will have Palasha the Mermaid performing a lovely serenade out on the parapet of something. There's gonna be a parapet.
There's gonna be a parapet out
There's
there.
a parapet out there, and you can see he kind of is
somewhere.
communicating. And she will be singing you out into the night. So from me, Mr. Witch, and our 4 monarchs, we thank you for joining us at the Witchlight Carnival this year, and we hope to see you in the future. May you have luck, and always be happy." The music swells, and you begin to hear the sounds of Palasha the Mermaid singing somewhere out into the night as people begin to get up and they begin to talk, and the joy begins to return to them as they all begin to file out of the big top and make their way out of the carnival proper. As all of you remain on the stage. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light make no motion to do anything additionally.
I know.
Mr. Light still hangs suspended in the air. Mr. Witch is still on the ground beneath Gideon, but he is no longer struggling. And there is a relative silence on the stage until the very last person leaves and the lights go dim and you feel Mr. Light push against you.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
Get
no,
off.
the thing's gone. Yeah, sorry. Hey, you okay? You're getting attacked by that giant,
It's
Seppi's
okay.
cousin.
Wilbur's okay, and you see like... See, he's not chittering. He didn't get your soul. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, you see, Wilbur almost had your soul, man. I mean, it's lucky we were here, so, I guess
he
actually
sits
because
up and he begins to brush himself off. He's not saying anything. He looks furious. His face is bright red. And he is, he looks like he has a lot of words that he wants to say, but he is holding them back as he's trying to gain his composure. And you hear the soft footsteps behind you as Mr. Light walks up onto the stage. Well, you got what you want.
I will walk up and I'll drop invisibility and I'll sort of spin the pocket watch around on the chain a little bit and I'll grab it. Well, friends,
What are we gonna have to do to get that watch back from you? You know you can't walk out of here with it. We can't let you.
I know you can. And I'm hoping that you'll be amenable to cutting a deal. I don't want this, and I know you do. But you have something that we want.
What is it that you want, Cremula Crew?
We know what you have going on here. We know everything.
You think you know everything.
Well, we certainly don't know everything. We know a lot. And we know that somewhere in this carnival there's a crossing to Prismere. And you're going to tell us where it is. You're going to get us into Prismere. And then you're going to have your pocket watch back. Oh, and you're going to free his owlbear.
Yeah, maybe bargain for Hootsie a little
Wait,
bit.
I don't have an owlbear. You don't need to get...
Just shut up.
We're gonna do what?
The Witchlight hands are not. We believe that some member of the carnival has taken our friend's pet Hootsie and stolen his memory of the.
Who?
Look,
The-
we know about the missing children. We know about the missing carnival Witchlight hands. We know about the missing owlbear. And we know that you're in league with the hags that are taking them. Are you not?
He looks very confused at the missing owlbear. When you say the missing children, roll an insight check.
Hey, maybe also tell them, like, once it's all settled, they can't, like, take vengeance against us immediately or something. Like, you gotta write that in,
Oh, yeah, have him
They get the
sign
watch
something.
back and just, like,
13.
turn us to dust.
Oh,
At the mention of Hootsie, he seems genuinely perplexed. The kids, however, you can see a look of sadness and guilt on his face. And at the mention of hags, you can clearly see that there is a sense of fear. That is not something we speak about here. But what I can say is whatever is stolen always finds its way into Prismere.
Well, then how do we get into Prismere as well?
That's all it's going to take. I just have to get you into Prismere and you'll give Mr. Witch back his pocket watch.
If you know how to get back from Prismere to here, we'd have that secret as well before we give you that watch.
That's not a secret I carry with me, nor is it one that Mr. Witch carries with him. If you plan to travel into Prismere, you must know getting back is going to be up to you.
we want to know what happened to Jabuna, too. I know you know. I can see it. In your eyes. All 4 of them. There's 2 of you, and you each have 2 eyes.
Is he a detriment to anything that you try to get accomplished?
Just about everything.
Well, he's been described that way, yeah.
To be fair, it was my shenanigans that led to this parlay.
Yeah, I gotta give him
Hi!
that.
Well, you're a
pretty
good
good
one. You're a good little birdie.
It was little actual like audio static, like an amp.
Yeah. We still call it Ape Escape?
No.
Right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. 'Cause-
Evolved.
Yeah, he used kind of like a soul gorger. Well,
Yeah.
you got
That's actually the name, though. I made up the whole Whippoorwill thing. It's a soul gorger, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well.
Wait, can that thing have eaten our souls?
Do you
it's a
want to find your
manifestation.
way into Prismere, or do you want to chit-chat?
Oh, right.
I'd like to find a way into prison.
We'd also like to know about Jabilna.
We'd
If
like to
I
know
knew
where they
what had
came.
happened to Sibilna, I would do what I can to help her. The information I can give you is, without her, the Carnival is suffering. She was our patron.
Well, she was your patron. I thought you took her carnival from her. Didn't you run some other carnival and take over her carnival?
The
that
Villainous
wrong?
Carnival?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Oh, shit.
You have to understand, Mr. Light, our very lives are at risk. That's why we came to this carnival. We had to break one of your rules of etiquette in order to get the watch, because it sounds like we could have probably just asked and talked to you, and that perhaps we could be great allies, but we couldn't take that risk. We must get into Prismere, and stealing the pocket watch seemed to be the only solution. I'm deeply sorry.
Disappointed in you, Frost. You could have just asked.
Wait a minute.
You could have had another cupcake, and you could have just asked. I thought that we had built something special here, you and me.
Well,
And when I say patron, I mean like a patron, like Patreon, a patron of the carnival,
That's
not
what
like a
I'll get
warlock patron.
Yeah.
That's what I'll get for it.
Because I thought that there might be some
like
confusion.
a funder.
Yes.
We have to understand that based on what's going on, we aren't going to presume that y'all are nice fellas. And even if you are nice fellas, we have a feeling like y'all are being blackmailed.
Additionally, we weren't sure how caught up you are in the mystery of the missing children and some of the other strange things that seem to be happening to the employees of this carnival.
They're letting it happen.
yeah.
They're turning a blind eye because they're being extorted by gross hags like Scabrify.
Yeah, the Witchlight Coven.
We couldn't make any assumptions, and for that I apologize.
You see that at the names, you can see disgust across his face. But just like you noticed prior, he seems to not have the ability to speak about this. Anytime he attempts to, he is it's almost as if he is magically inclined to just be quiet. And anything pertaining to the hags, he does not speak on. Well, if I have your promise that if I take you to the entrance to Prismere, you will relinquish the pocket watch, then you have a deal. But that's all I can do for you. All I can do is get you to Prismere. Anything that happens beyond, that's going to be up to you.
What about bringing back Burley's brother?
Anything that's lost finds its way into Prismere.
Is that what Toolbeck went? Our worst friend.
He does smell quite a bit like piss, perhaps you recall.
Anything that is lost finds its way into Prismere.
Well, it's not really lost. You kind of like captured him and sent him to some kind of prison for pests. But a normal kind of pest, you know.
So, I feel like y'all ain't bad chaps. You know, everyone always says, Gricko, you're a terrible judge of character. You ignore all of the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
you get yourself into real bad situations when you trust the wrong people. I thought, oh, Crimmy's a good lad. I mean, and here we are.
Well,
I feel like you're all right, chaps.
he's got us there.
I feel like you're all right, chaps, and the only reason Frosty's here is because I'm like, they're good chaps. But I feel like you guys don't mean to be doing all the bad stuff. Why don't you just stop? What, have you decided about not doing it? Come on, like, why? You know?
The Witchlight Carnival means a lot to us. It's all we have. It's far better than where we came from, and I'm not inclined to go back to where we were.
Who's running that carnival? Can you tell us? If you can't, no worries, just curious.
That is a name I'd like to keep close to my chest.
What I'd like to offer is that it feels like you fellas on a real bind, and that you got sort of wrapped up into a situation, one thing led to another. Trust me, I've been there. And I know you can't speak of it, but I think we could provide our services while we're in Prismere. We don't have to cut a deal now, but if we were to free y'all of the three that are causing you havoc, it'd just be nice to get a little bit of compensation.
Should you return from Prismere, whole and of your own volition, you will always be welcome at the Witchlight Carnival. That's all I can say for now.
Even after we tricked you with a really good plan.
Yeah.
And fooled you. I'm sorry. Normally our plans don't work, so I'm feeling pretty...
You should feel bad about it. It's a really good plan, so, you know.
Well, anyways,
You really
we
couldn't
do...
overcome
Oh, no, so I think you guys are all right chaps, frankly. And I feel like we want to help you. I mean, Cremmy's patron is from where you fellas are at. And, you know, he probably can pull some connections. But to be fair, isn't Cremmy's patron also the one who's funding the guy who's trying to kill us from all the gold?
And we share a patron, if that's what you mean, yeah.
I mean, it feels like it's a kind of nebulous situation. Anyways, we can help. We're going to murder Scabatha and her sisters.
He recoils every time you say the name.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I'll do. And her gross... We're going to make sure we kill all those little frog guys, too.
I'm trying to think through the list of things.
That's what I see. I'm trying to vent for you, Cremmy. Hey, we're just Cremmy. And normally I'll juggle, but I can't juggle because it'll disrupt poor Wilbur here. Oh, you're a cutie.
Well, hey, I got 2 questions if you're trying to think of something. Question 1, when we showed up here, there's somebody out front of your carnival who had their wings ripped right off and then died in front of us. You know anything about that? Somebody's going around stealing fairy wings. Said somebody came through and, well, you remember what they say? Somebody came through and stole the wings.
Yeah, and then it said it was a him, and she couldn't talk about it, and she died, and it was very sad.
Yes. What's that all about?
Mr. Light looks down at Mr. Witch, and both of them look completely baffled. I've heard of no such thing. We don't leave the carnival. Once we set it up, we stay inside of it. The only people who leave it are the Witchlight Hands. All the fey creatures, the pixies, the treants, the satyrs, they all stay inside.
Is it possible that one of the Witchlight Hands took one of the pixies out there and did this horrible atrocity?
It's a possibility.
Is there a reason you can think of that one of your Witchlight Hands would have wanted their wings? Would that have benefited them in any way at the carnival?
No.
Would have benefited them in Prismere if they're trying to steal something and the wings will flap them all the way into Prismere because stolen stuff goes to Prismere or lost stuff.
This is not something I can give you an answer to now. Something I'm going to have to look into.
Damn.
We'll have to. He looks at Mr. Witch. We're going to have to question the Witchlight Hands. He nods.
All right. Second thing. You make these crowns?
He smiles. No.
Who
We
made
did not.
this? This is a fair bit of engineering.
They are relics from the Feywild itself.
I think engineers in the Feywild. You see how these butterflies move? What size camouflage they use for this?
I have no idea what a samaflange is.
You know
but
what heat treatment they use to melt the metal like this? I've never seen it come to life in this way. It's impressive.
It's a bolt from the sun itself.
Holy shit, I gotta get me one of those, Grammy.
I think
you kidding me?
I think it's just magic, you know? They don't have to explain shit.
You know, well, I mean, look at this engineering. You think if I could crack the code on this, I could build some crazy shit, man?
Well, yeah, I mean, we can make even better rides if you figure out what's going on. You know what, Gid? Maybe that can be one of your, like, side
Holy
quests.
smokes!
While we're fucking off in the Feywild, you can, you know,
Are
try
you
to...
ready to give us back through?
Oh, right.
Hold on.
Gosh, I keep forgetting
Hold
we're
on.
doing this.
What is the strange force or delirium that is seemingly warping reality in our minds and our persons, but seemingly not affecting everyone else?
This is going to be my
Are
question.
we being targeted by the Grublin or otherwise?
I think what Gricko's trying to say is that there's been a great swell of impossible illusions and charms and emotions in the time that we've been here. What should have felt like 5 hours has felt like 15 weeks almost. I'm exhausted in my mind, but my body is only just starting to get tired. Is this going to continue in Prismere? Is this a Feywild curse, or is this just an effect of the Carnival? Help us understand.
And all those people.
I did feel that you were more susceptible to Fey magic than the others were. And it seems that is the case. Maybe you are destined to enter Prismere. But yes, this carnival is of the Fey itself. The magic that puts it all together is fairy in nature. And there is a entrance to Prismere that's directly in this place. Which means the magic of the Fae leaks out in small amounts. Every single day the carnival is here. It's at its strongest on the 8th day, and those that are susceptible to it tend to be the ones that deal with it the most, though if I've been watching you as closely as I think I have never seen it manifest so strongly in anyone before in my life. Good luck in Prismere.
That's not good news, no.
Maybe you'll adapt. Maybe it'll kill you.
Here's open.
I endeavor to strengthen my mind against these curses.
No. Okay, likely story, but you guys are all right chaps, and I'm a good judge of character.
Take us to the portal, and we'll exchange the watch.
And no revenge. Can you have him sign that?
Yeah, come on, man, work that in.
Can you work that in?
I don't
really
think
like one
That
thing.
just seems offensive. I mean,
Just have him sign something!
We're
I mean,
aligned
what-
in our goals. If we succeed in our mission, I think that very likely we'll be helping out Mr. Watch and Mr. Light, just by
Who?
merit of...
Mr. Watch.
well,
Mr.
yeah,
Watch.
You see
What is that?
Mr.
Is
You
that
see
like
Mr.
a-
Witch looks very upset
I've
as
been
he
saying watch
stares
all
at his
night.
Yeah, you have been.
Inform because he's got the watch.
Just
Call him Mr.
because he
Watch.
has a watch doesn't mean he, you know.
Yeah.
Frost has been saying witch the entire time. Derek fucked up.
All I'm saying is we've been in this conversation with them for all of like 30 seconds after we robbed them, you know? Maybe just like we don't have to
And I would
assume
say,
positive
like,
intent.
Considering what has happened, Mr. Light especially, is being very chill.
I know, that's
right.
It's very suspicious.
Gideon,
Yeah, just like, come on, let's be like, hey, just don't immediately, you know, murderate us, unalive us.
I don't have to make you sign anything. Is that right?
Oh, God.
Can I trust y'all? Just man to man. I think you have a problem that we can take care of, and we will. In exchange, we
And
would
as
ask
I
that.
said, if you are to succeed and you make your way back here, God, I can't. Every time you talk to me, it's like Kelsey. It's like when she does Farron. He essentially tells you, I'm going to cop out. He essentially tells you because he can't say certain things, his way of agreeing with you is to say if you make your way back here
Right.
on your own accord, which means that you have succeeded, it is then that you are welcome back at the Witchlight Carnival.
So
Because
if-
you will have done something kind for them, they would then be open to talks to you about anything additional or...
So if I
Whatever.
were to do an insight check, that's what I would gather.
I would say I'm
Okay.
not going to make... He is not trying to be deceptive.
Look, fellas. I trust these guys. And I know that, it's a bit strange of a situation, but I think we have some kind of understanding. We needed to get inside. We didn't know what was what.
I agree.
And I think we can help him. So I'm not going to make him sign anything. I'm not going to make him promise, with their fingers crossed or whatever, to not double cross us.
I would agree with that assessment. And our numerous experiences with just Mr. Light tonight, he's been quite forthcoming.
Yeah. Well...
When was that?
I guess...
Was that in the trailer? Yeah.
I guess if Miss Kitty Whiskers thinks these guys are all right chaps, I trust her. For some reason, I don't know, I feel like, something important, but I do trust a Displacer Beast's wisdom. It's a shame we didn't have time to go on an adventure with her.
We almost platinumed the whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
Well, perhaps we'll be back, and if there is another carnival, we can platinum that one too.
Well, we can't platinum that one too. We didn't platinum this one. It implies we platinum the first one, which is incorrect.
Oh.
Which is the best kind of correct.
Lead the way.
All right, yeah, let's get the Prismere.
Mr. Witch, or Mr. Light walks over to Mr. Witch and gives him his hand, and he helps his friend to his feet, and they begin to walk forward in silence. They do not make effort to talk to you as they make their way out of the big top, you following closely behind, and you see that though the lights are still on, that Witchlight hands are milling about. No one's pulling things down. It doesn't look like this isn't your typical carnival where now that it's over and the crowd has completely left, that all the lights go off and everything gets torn down. They're just reveling in merriment as they're spending time together. It's like the Saturday night after the Renaissance Fair closes and all of the workers are just having a good time. None of them seem to bother you. They don't look towards you. It's almost as if they were alerted that you'd be in the care of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and to not get involved. But they continue their merriment as you make your way through the thoroughfare of the carnival. And it feels strange and different, not being packed with happy people, the sounds of laughter. And you notice now no longer the sounds of the calliope. It is just the sounds of the evening. As you make your way through, and you eventually make your way towards the Hall of Illusion. And as you pass the cabinet outside that housed the mannequin of Tasha, you see that where there should have been Candlefoot the mime, there is no one sitting there. This place is completely quiet and completely empty. And you make your way inside. As Witch and Light move through the Hall of Illusions, the reflections in the mirrors show them as gloomy Shatter-Kai children, with your own youthful reflections following behind. Soon, they call you to a halt. The mirrors now reflect everyone's true age. Mr. Witch addresses you in a hushed tone. Everything you seek and more lies beyond this mirror. If you mean to step through, then stand in front of the glass and repeat this rhyme. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where. And both Mr. Witch and Mr. Light move to the side. As you are standing in front of the mirror that you remember from being in here, the one that was firmly affixed to the wall. The one where you remember seeing the halfling man disappear into after he had been turned down by his... or after he had been laughed at by his fiancée. And it looks like a normal mirror. They both step to the side, cross their arms. I would like to say it was nice meeting you, but... Sorry, that's not Mr. Witch's voice, but he's frustrated. And he says that. Mr. Light says, I did, however, enjoy meeting you. You especially, Frost. And if you do what you say you're going to do, I hope there are many more cupcakes in our future. He smiles at you a warm smile.
It was a pleasure, Mr. Light.
Oh, let's go in for a hug. There's no need to shake. He opens his arms.
Thank you.
He embraces you and he rubs your back a little bit. The hug feels like it lasts a little longer than you'd normally expect. But he pulls away and smiles down at you.
I was going to say that I still have my ticket left, and it still has a few spaces left. For this final ride, would you punch my card one last time?
He smiles, and you see a twinkle in his eye. I would be happy to, Frost. And he takes the card from you, and he punches the last 2 holes, and he hands it back to you.
All right. I'd like to be last, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, man, I'll go second.
Would you let me know when the Fey Pact magic wears off?
Fey Pact magic?
For me, Hootsie and the flower crown and the unicorns.
Yep, you will know.
One last unicorn ride. I guess I'll go first. How does that sound? No one stop me.
I would propose that, Crummy, you go last and just make your hand the last thing that travels through the portal. And you'll drop the watch here, and we'll all be there when you get across the other side.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe you should go first.
I would like to go first, yes.
Yeah.
That seems like the right
I'll be
decision.
there when you get onto the other side, Gricko.
I'll feel better if you go first, Frosty. I'm a little nervous. I don't know why.
And do I just walk through?
You stand in front of it. You say the rhyme,
Yeah.
and you are able to walk through.
I repeat the rhyme, and I pull my
repeat
hood
it.
up. Frost knows it.
Does he?
Yeah.
You gotta say it, Frost.
You gotta say it. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, you know where.
Did I write that down? Jesus, I'm a
Sure.
terrible intelligent player. Hither, thither, yonder, yare.
Here and there.
Here and there. Here and there.
Wander yonder, show me where.
Wander.
Wander yonder.
Wander yonder.
Hither, thither, and yon.
I'll go first. Fuck.
Okay. If you want me to read it, I'll have to write it down.
I just want the first person to go through to read it.
Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where.
Mist begins to swirl in the mirror as your reflection is blotted out, and you see in front of you what looks like just a thick blanket of fog. And as you put your hand up to the mirror, what once had been a solid glass surface is now no longer solid. As your hand can pass through it, you feel a warm air, a moist air on the other side.
All right, boys. See you on the other side. I'll make sure nothing dangerous is out there. Well, I don't know. Or I'll be dead when you come over. And be quick about it, you know.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
What is this?
It's a banana. I guess guidance on you.
A little potassium for the road. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah,
We'll see you
guys.
soon. We'll be like
yeah.
second.
No, like really long extended goodbyes. All right, come on. Hey, Mr. Witch, sorry for tackling you, man.
He reaches out his hand to shake yours,
Oh,
and he shakes your hand. Good luck.
yeah. Thanks.
Be safe, kid.
Yeah, you guys, be safe over here. Don't let them revenge you. All right.
Honestly, it makes the most sense that Gideon would go first, because if there is a trap with big monsters, Gideon can punch it to death, and he will finally get to kill something.
Oh God!
That isn't
okay, now I'm excited.
That isn't a cloud.
Show me where. All right.
Intentionally kill something.
I charge through the mirror.
You do.
Yeah.
Gideon makes his way through the mirror. You watch as Gideon disappears into the fog.
Well, it looks like it worked. Who's next?
He didn't scream.
I'm on my way. And I will...
No scream.
I'll turn and I will simply walk through, hood up.
After saying the rhyme.
Yes.
Flawlessly.
I only made one person do it.
Flawlessly.
I just wanted one person to do it.
Goodbye, Frosty. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Banana.
Banana.
And with my guidance in hand, I will step to the portal.
You do. And with that, you watch as Frost disappears into the fog.
Good luck, Frosty. Hiver, I'll walk up to it. Hiver. This is going to take a while. I'm sorry. It has been very difficult to say the whole... Wait a minute! Can I add one more amendment? Can I make a request? One request.
These are just verbal agreements. You could ask him.
Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, you guys are all right blokes. We understand your predicament. We are also in a predicament with bad people. So we understand. We don't judge you morally. There happens to be a snail that works at your carnival. The snail is blue of color, and is quite the speed demon, the speed mollusk, so to speak. I think, given that it's so fast, I'll believe it to be a monstrosity and not just any snail. And he and I have a lifelong bond. I feel it in my heart. I was wondering if he was willing to come with us. If it's all right with you.
Yeah, he'll be on his way.
No, he's fast.
Mr. Witch Mr. Witch looks down at you with a scowl. Mr. Light smiles a bit. And he says, if you exit this room immediately and stop talking, I will make sure to get snail number 2 to you.
Yes! Yeah! I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. Snail number 2 will join Carnival crew. Wilbur, I'll need to leave you here. I know you flew with us the whole way through the
I said if you stop talking
Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, it's hard. I know this is a spirit beast. It's hard every time. Okay, I'll see you when I come and summon you next. Okay. Hiver. Here and there. Line.
Wander yonder.
Wander yonder.
Show me where.
Line.
With much hair.
Show me where.
With much hair. Grammy. Wait.
Oh, what? Show me that. Show me where.
Hiver, here and there. Wander yonder. Show me there.
Show me where.
Show me where.
Well, now you gotta redo the whole thing.
Hiver. You know what? It's a lot of pressure. Banana. Hiver, here and there. Wander yonder, show me where.
And you are able to make your way through the mirror. You watch as all 3 of your friends proceed into what you imagine to be the Feywild. As long as that is really where this portal goes.
No.
And then they bum rush you.
I'll walk up to the mirror. Hither, thither, here and there. Wander yonder, show me where.
The mist begins to swirl as your reflection fades. You see in front of you just thick cloud of fog.
I will turn around and I'll say, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I have been Criminal Crew. We have been Carnival Crew. I love unicorns. And y'all owe me one. And I'm gonna put the pocket watch in Mr. Witch's hands and sort of shake it. And I'll back up through the mirror.
And he holds onto your hand for just a moment longer. And he says, mind the rule of 3. Future, present, past. And then Mr. Light reaches out and grabs your hand. And he says, find the alicorn and free the dormant queen at last. And then they both let you go as you fall through the mirror.
What does it mean? An alicorn?
Why is one of my teeth missing?
As I fall through the mirror.
You all experienced this as you fell through. You step into the mist, or into the fog, and it is thick and it is warm. And the smell of dying earth hits your nostrils. This is not what you expected stepping into the Feywild. You expected the magic that you had seen inside of the Witchlight Carnival, but this is different than anything that you had ever seen before. As the fog begins to clear, you find that you are in a place that you hadn't expected. You stand staring out at a massive swampland. Gideon, you land first, followed by Frost, who comes just seconds after you, as if no time has passed at all. Immediately, Gricko, you land huffing and puffing on the ground. It is this mossy, wet stone beneath your feet. And as you begin to breathe in this air, a sorrow overtakes you. The memory of Hootsie fills your mind. That moment she was taken from you. You know that she is gone. You know who she is and how important to you she was.
No.
And you know that she was at the carnival you just left, without her. As Kremi steps through the fog, stumbles on you for a moment as he came in backwards.
Gotcha, buddy.
Slips a little bit on the stone, but you all catch your bearings as you look out. You stand at the edge of a raised and broken causeway under a hazy twilight sky. The causeway, which is built from pale stones that glow faintly from within, towers over the surrounding landscape, but large sections of it have crumbled away. The parts that remain in place are separated by large gaps where portions have collapsed. A fog-shrouded swamp spreads out below you in all directions, and up from its murk wafts the smell of rotting plants. Also rising from the swamp is the music of nature, a discordant symphony of croaking frogs and singing birds.
You're gonna be alright.
Hootsie!
You're gonna be alright, Greco.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
We had a guy's night, even though Hootsie was gone.
Wait, hold on.
I touched my hair.
I love Torbeck. Oh, thank God. I'm real sorry about Hootsie. I really am.
We're gonna get her back. You understand?
Scabafa!
Yes.
Listen, we know one thing now. Everything that gets taken goes to Prismere. That's where we are. Hootsie's gotta be here, man. We'll track her down.
Don't they know the free rules of Prismere and the Witchlight Carnival? Equal or lesser value. And Hootsie is priceless, so no matter what they would give me, even a very nice mansion with a pool, very nice paintings inside, and a lot of gold, it still wouldn't be enough. They would suffer the consequences.
Well, hey, I mean, with a pool?
You're taking...
With a pool, even!
You're
I'll
taking it
say.
much better than I anticipated, Greco.
What if there were like a few marble statues?
Yeah, I mean, what if there was like a hot tub or something, man? I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Fully staffed kitchen.
Oh my gosh, with the works?
Yeah, the works.
So you can put the order in whenever you want?
No.
You know, 3 in the morning.
Poor Hootsie, she's probably so scared she hasn't had a rat snack in so long. Oh, that's her favourite. Oh! And this little pumpkin. Oh, and she wasn't even the Witchlight princess or queen. She's gonna be so sad. Oh, I failed.
We'll be back to the carnival, and we can all try again. We can do it. All we have to do is find our way through this strange swamp and get our bearings, and we'll be able to rescue her, and you'll be reunited again.
Oh, and
Is there any connection that you have that, or way that you can sense where she is? Is there something in your magic that allows you to do that?
I mean, she always liked when I would play the ocarina. This little out, and I'll pull out basically a carved wooden ocarina that's the source of a lot of my spiritual magic, and it's humming with kind of this blue spirit light. And I'll say, that's, if, we would get separated, I would just play a little note, and she'd always come running, but I'll give it a try. And I'll play a very soft, almost like lullaby type tune. And after the final note, final note comes out, I'll hold on to it longer than the tune should, and I'll just wait.
I roll a perception check, please.
Perception. Ooh, 20.
You listen, and there is a wind. It is a slow wind here. It's heavy with fog and thick with the sounds of the swamp all around you, and you listen. You hear nothing abnormal at first. It's faint. It feels far away. But you hear Hootsie, and she is clearly in pain.
No!
Do any of us hear it?
No.
We're coming, Hootsie! Let's go! She's this way! Come on,
He's
fellas!
got the trail. Follow it.
You are standing on
got
top.
here.
You are standing on top of a giant's causeway. It is gigantic, and the fog is so thick up here. You are at least 50 feet above the ground on this thing. I don't want to show you the full map, but you are on this causeway here. You can see that it's kind of broken.
Oh, it's the bridge from Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah,
Got it.
it's a gigantic
Oh, of course.
Elden Ring.
It is a gigantic bridge. You can see where parts of it have fallen away and it doesn't connect anymore. But there's no way to just run forward on it.
Yeah.
You are looking down the sides, and you see that though your vision only extends 10, 15 feet ahead of you because of how thick the fog is, you are able to see that there are these beautiful bioluminescent steppe mushrooms attached to the edge of this stone. And it's going to take a while, but you should be able to travel down the steppe mushrooms to get to the swamp floor.
Easy there, Greco. Look, she's been gone for a few hours now. We can take our time so we don't die. All right? Just take a deep breath.
You're right. I should take a deep breath. And I'm gonna turn into like a horrible monstrous spider.
Oh, Jesus.
And where the back of the carapace is like is this shimmering gold, and it looks like a skull, and I'm gonna go, and I'm just gonna start skittering down the wall as fast as I possibly can.
Well,
Holy shit!
don't lose him. I'll be right behind you. I want to see what I can survey very quickly. We're probably not going to be up at this high for some time.
What I will
imagine.
say is, you cannot see more than like
Because of the
15 feet in front of you because of the fog.
We just sort of get a sense that there's like a swamp.
You
through the-
can hear the sounds of the
that's
swamp. You
mean.
can smell the sounds. It's just all about
I
threatening.
cast
Sorry.
clear fog.
Okay, go ahead. It's an 8th level spell.
Cast it. Yeah, I cast it.
Great. You fail. Greco, you turn into the spider, you begin to scale down, and you hear Hootsie on the wind again. It draws your attention. As you look out, you see that bits of the fog have shifted. And in the distant sky, you spot a great balloon made of patchwork material. It spins out of control as though punctured, causing the wicker basket that hangs from it to swing wildly. The balloon plunges out of sight, disappearing into the fog approximately a mile away. And I would say with your perception roll, you were able to determine that inside of that basket was Hootsie.
I will, once I get down to the bottom of this monster spider, I will I will say, Hootsy, Papa's coming, and I'm going to play a little tune that almost sounds like a baying of two different hounds at once, and I'll once again shapeshift into a spiritual, and it was a spiritual spider, and a spirit form of a death dog, a two-headed death dog, or like Cerberus type thing, and I'm just going to bolt as fast as I possibly can.
By yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to keep up with the spider climbing and the sprinting.
I try and be right behind him, but
I'm
that's pretty.
Yeah,
I'm
I would say-
in the back because I was trying to get a sense of where we were.
The three of you are able to climb down at a relatively normal pace as you're jumping from step mushroom to step mushroom to step mushroom.
Grego, stay with us. Grego, come back. You're going too fast. We're losing you.
Are you just yelling that out, or are you telepathing that?
I'm yelling it out. I'm presuming that I am losing my friend, and I want to get his attention. I don't know if... One moment. That's an action. Telekinetic speech. He would have had to have been within 30 feet of me for me to engage him in telepathy. So I would be shouting because he'd be well beyond me.
Would I be able to hear that?
I would say for the sake of it, yeah.
I would like to listen to see if it sounds like Hootsy's getting closer. And I will think back. I would like to see as I approach. And maybe because I would like to sniff and see if I smell Hootsy too. With my nose, I'm using the wolf stat block.
So what I will say is you don't hear Hootsy anymore. You've heard Hootsy all of twice. Once when you played the first song. And she was coming from the direction that you can now tell the balloon had been. And then you heard her again as you saw the balloon pass. The balloon was clearly punctured. It's a hot air balloon. It was punctured, so you heard her as she was spinning through the air on this punctured balloon, and it went out of your vision about a mile away. You don't know where it's at. You don't know whether it's continuing, whether it's crashed, or what's going on with it. So all you know is that the balloon flew in a certain direction.
So I will let out a loud baying howl as I will then see the balloon, and I'll try to run and run and run. And as I see the balloon get further and further and further away, faster than I could possibly run, I'll get tired and I'll just stop. Two of my heads panting in spectral form, and I'm just gonna lower my head and trot back to the group.
Where the fuck did he go?
As you reach the bottom,
he is ripping.
And Gricko, as you are able to do all of that before they even reach the ground, and you find yourselves sitting at the foot of these step mushrooms as your friends descend out of the thick layer of fog that is above you. And as you get to the ground, the sticky mud squelches beneath your feet. Tangled mangroves grow out of pools of rippling water, half hidden by the thick fog, and purple mushrooms cling to rotting logs and stumps scattered throughout the marsh. Crickets that glow like fireflies chirp serenely before they're snatched out of the air by the tongues of hungry frogs. Coming from one direction are several voices joined in a marching song. The singing grows louder as 6 bipedal rabbits wearing clothing emerge from the fog. 2 of them tug at the reins of a giant snail, and the other carrying clubs and slings. With sticks and stones we'll break your bones, we'll beat you blind and steal your clothes, but none among us can compare to one wily swift and stand-up hare. Scoff that glorious thief notorious, his deeds are truly meritorious. With a wink and a grin he'll show his cunning, a flash of his scarf he'll take off running, quick as a bolt his long scarf trailing, grasping, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer, thanks to Agden Longscarf, brigand prince of Prismere. And they all sing this, as all of a sudden, you are all surrounded by these bipedal rabbits, clearly herringons, all bedecked in leathers and armor, wielding weapons and carrying the banners of some Agden Longscarf, the brigand prince of Prismere. They all look out at you, and you see one of them step forward, a female, clearly in higher ranked regalia, as she points her spear out at you, Crummy. You hear, "This is a robbery. If you resist, we'll beat you black and blue." And that's where we'll end the session.
A shrubbery. I mean, robbery. Holy shit.
Oh my god. Amazing. I'm so excited to be in Prismere.
We're in Prismere.
I'm so excited to be in Prismere.
Yeah.
And I think you might get some fucking combat.
Yeah. Oh, please resist, Crimmy. Please.
You know what's gonna be funny? He's gonna get combat and he's gonna be rolling nothing but like 1 through
Yeah.
5 for the entire like.
As long as I get to use
We have a
anything
lot
on
of
my
twists.
character
We have a lot of
sheet.
twists.
You know, if I could use any single ability that I have, or all of them all at once.
Well, we don't know how the twists are gonna work in Prismere yet.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna use 3 twists on hitting this Herringon, and then you're gonna get like warped into a nightmare creature. You're gonna be a floating orb of human flesh.
Yeah. Okay. And then I squish them. Then I squish the herring.
No.
A nice rack of conies.
Your entire
nice
the entire
tears.
surface of you is as sensitive as a scrotum. It would be terrible.
Well, they're gonna hate that. They're gonna take psychic damage probably. When my scrotum body just engulfs them
but
all.
you'll take getting punched by their body and your scrotum damage.
They're gonna beat it. They're gonna try to beat us black and blue. I'd like to see them try.
We're not gonna kill these fucking rabbit guys.
What?
No way.
Remy! Oh,
No, what
no, come on,
Look how cute
man!
they are.
It's a brigand prince! He's just trying to rob us!
Well, he's probably
They
got a
walk
lot
right
of
up to
gold.
us. Well, yes, why don't we rob
Cremmy's
him?
gonna talk his way out of
Oh.
Look, kid,
Talking.
you can kill one of them. And
Oh, just one. All right, just one,
Leave the
man.
other 7.
I just want to hit something, man. Everyone I've killed in the last 16 seconds.
Oh, I'm Luckyfoot the Clown! Oh, my lucky foot! My only
We've already
weakness!
killed 4. We're at the maximum. That's the maximum amount of clowns. We can't have another clown.
Can I tell you something that I cut from the module? Hold on, I have it written down.
If you cut something, we could never have platinumed it anyway.
The module specifically says that during the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, after you're crowned, happy clowns shower you in glitter. And I took that out. I'm like, nope.
Oh, I will be going to Prismere. Oh, it was a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Grammy, look at all these clowns.
Clown activity detected.
And now to lead the parade, the kindergarten class of the clown school of orphans.
Oh,
We're so happy to be clowns.
I'm gonna make a balloon.
it's not my fault. He gave me all the bananas, man. I didn't know leaving peels all over.
Bananas.
No, leaving bananas. He gave me the banana. I didn't know the peels would kill them all.
Well,
We're not done.
shit.
What's next, Eric?
Evantris and Krill, where we will be cooking a variety of shrimp and crustacean-like creatures.
Yeah, that's right.
And we'll be describing our favorite crustaceans.
Mine's the lobster.
Oh,
No, it's not.
is that true?
No, it's not.
What is
how
it?
many other crustaceans are there? Quite a bit.
Crab.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Maryland blue.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Oh,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
Octopus used to be a crustacean.
Really?
No.
Oh. It didn't sound.
You've just been gaslit. By the gaslighter!
Here I come.
We're not done.
I've never heard of
Adventures in
you.
Chill, we are going to cut over to our post-session chill, where we talk about our favorite moments, we talk about the session, and we get to as many questions and comments as we can. So let's cut over. Oh, real quick. If you have to go, we'll be back on Friday for Icebound, which is our monthly
2
survival
days.
campaign.
We're right back.
Things are really heating up, so
Yeah.
come hang out on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And join our Discord. That's where we hang out between sessions. We just launched a merch store. Check that out.
We have a merch store. We have great designs. Patreon.
And we have a Patreon.
It really helps.
If you like Icebound and you know the campaign and you know that I'm going to be doing it on Friday the 13th, you can be damn well sure that Friday's probably going to be pretty fun.
We almost got our asses eaten by a sea of ghost ogres.
That was before the
After
session.
discovering a crashed spaceship! Oh, fuck!
It's going to be madness.
We are so fucked!
Of course.
And there's a
it's gonna be the
gigantic
madness.
dream taper, the slumbering one.
The slumbering
The
taper.
dreamer.
Yeah. He's
I
slumbering.
gotta say again, thank you to Amazon Jade for
Yes.
the dice.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been
So
using this
cool.
big boy. This is the only D20 I used tonight.
And thank you so much.
Yay!
We almost got Hootie back, it kind of feels like. Somebody did ask the question, Rich, that they
Well,
are
thank you.
Natural 20.
they are a patron. How do they make sure that they're able to join the Adventures in Chill session?
So Adventures in Chill
They are no longer.
is currently available. All of our past sessions are available to patrons and Twitch subscribers. But because our patrons have grown in number by so much, we're just keeping it available to everybody to make sure that no one's getting excluded when they shouldn't be.
It's a great problem to have.
Yeah, it is a great problem to have. So let's cut over, shall we?
Yeah.